Still says going live.
That's okay.
Okay, we're live. Okay, so today the game starts. Half an hour of walk south of Castle Fawn in the region of Erlan Forest in the province of Dija. It's approximately 3 in the morning, and Fukrur is standing next to a cart. The cart is driven by Ivan, a man that was captured by Fukrur and his companions in the last game. Fukrur, there's something inside the cart. I'm assuming you know what it is.
It's the same cart that we were
Yeah, you
having
fixed
this
it. You
whole
repaired
life.
it. It's all good. Yeah, no, different one.
Okay.
Yeah, so
there's someone in the cart.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, or next someone, if that makes any sense to you. Someone who used to be someone. Anyway,
There's a body.
yeah, it's a dead person. Okay.
There's also a live person.
There's also a live person, but he's the one who's driving the cart for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys converted him to your plan.
It's really ironic because I'm the only one who's against this plan, but
For some reason, they chose you because of your connection.
ties with
Yeah, exactly. They chose you to carry out the plan. So
like a
that
team player, yeah.
it's on you. They're off doing some other project, which is very important. So you were tasked because you needed more recruits to help you with the mission. You were tasked with meeting the rest of the team at a clearing in the forest, about a 30 minutes walk from Castle Font. Sounds good.
All right. Yeah.
You're in that clearing now, and we're gonna have Locke arrive, and we're gonna have Merilith Estina arrive with Killer. All three of you arrive at the same time.
Hello.
Hi, I've arrived.
I've arrived.
I'm already here.
Good job.
Yeah, you guys see a man dressed in a jester outfit standing next to a cart. The cart looks pretty fancy, a very fancy looking cart. Different from the one that you guys had in Monroe, not the same cart.
And we don't have that cart anymore.
No, it's bloody and disgusting and no one needs it anymore. Good job, okay? And
Needed a paint job.
and you guys see, you guys also see that there's a man sitting at the front of the cart holding the reins of the horse. And he just looks a little bit nervous and tired. He's yawning. You don't recognize this man. You don't recognize the person in a jester outfit. But this looks like the people that you're meant to meet at this clearing.
Okay.
You have Locke with you and you have Killen with you.
Okay. Great. Well, we're here to help. Here's my arm. Show me yours. Great, we got that out of the way. So where are we at on this mission? I took a small hiatus and someone bring me up to speed. We're on our way to find out where the symbol.
Yeah.
Who is?
So we found out what it means.
Okay.
It turns out it's actually part of Lord Mokhtar's. It's just like his emblem thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually linked to Lord of not the Lord of Dija, Lord of this region.
Right.
Lord Mokhtar.
Erelon Forest
Okay.
region.
That's the region. You're God to say that.
Booming voice from the sky.
Basically, we basically just been. Well, basically, we found this emblem on somebody's chest. He's actually chopped up in the carriage.
Okay.
No surprise there.
He's the son of Lord Mokhtar, so that's a tough situation to be in right now.
So we have to go see this Lord Mokhtar to find out why the fuck he's chasing down the Beige girls.
I didn't know this.
But we have
Son is
his,
dead.
but we have one of his men chopped up
Can
in
we
little
weaken
pieces.
Where'd you met Bernie's son? And he's still alive.
Oh, I was
Tricked it
I was thinking, what's
We
his
can have
name?
Bernie's.
Luca Magnotta. We can mail him little bits and pieces.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
real.
Oh, that could work.
All right.
The man holding the reins kind of leans in and says, "Hi,
Hey, who are you?
hi. So my name's Yvonne. Nice to meet you all.
Lucky to be alive. Yvonne is what I call him.
So I'm I guess working for you now. I used to work for Lord Mopatar, and my job was to bring back his son. And his son.
Didn't do a good job then.
Wow, you're
Well,
meeting specify how to bring him back.
Yeah, true.
So
How
I-
many pieces?
Semantics.
So, I mean, just so we're clear, if we cut up his body, it probably won't be recognizable, and he's probably going to be very mad. If at the very least I bring the body back, to be honest, I wasn't tasked with bringing his live body back. The son would not have come with me anyway, but now that he's dead, I can bring him back. So, I wouldn't advise cutting him up, but I mean, if that's your plan, you guys can...
Wait, because you already cut
No,
him.
he's just missing both legs.
Do we
Our
have the
front
legs?
No, we don't have legs.
Oh,
They
dear.
were left. They were left
Awesome.
on the field.
But we have his torso and his face.
Yeah, the
In
rest
pieces?
is pretty intact in a couple cuts.
Wait, why is he dead?
Yeah, why is he dead?
Oh, so we actually had to fight him in a ring. It was like a fight to the death. Big crowd. It was a good time. It was a really good time. Made a lot of coin. Yeah. I wish the captain was going to explain to you how we got in that situation. He's actually gone with the rest of the
He's on
group.
vacation.
They were actually really tired of all of the obstacles we had to run through to get to this point. So I think they had other things to tend to. But I'm here. Yeah.
Actually, you were assigned for a reason.
I was assigned. I don't know. I think I'm just better than them. That's probably why.
Okay.
We'll see. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Has anybody in this party met Lord Mokhtar or any Mokhtarians? Do we know what we're going up against? Like,
No, I was Jester of Lord Massili or whatever.
Mirrorless Croy.
Mirrorless Croy. Yeah, there you go. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Terrible
You
names
were
here.
probably at that party.
Yeah, actually no. This is 10 years
Hall
ago.
or whatever?
No, this is 10 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, so
You
we're like,
missed out.
do we have a plan
I'm
for when we
already-
get there?
Everyone roll a perception check. All of
Okay,
you, except for you.
Perception. Oh wait, do I have it?
I
No, not
sure
yet.
do.
Yeah.
You sure do.
I sure do, but I have to remember. Yeah, veterans, third eye, and ear. I have to choose which one to use.
So they all just use your sleeve.
Let's go.
Cool.
Perception +1.
Scanning territory plus 1,
13.
2, 3, 4, plus 4. 16, 20.
20, what'd you get?
13.
13?
Or
9.
9?
he's not there now.
Okay, no. So you rolled the highest. Meredith, out of the corner of your eyes, you see a figure standing between two trees at the corner of the clearing.
A figure, human-like, on
Human-like.
2 legs.
Yeah.
I call out to it, hey over there, who's hiding in the trees?
She got some legs.
Hey, how are you?
Third question, what are you doing here? Who are you? Identify yourself.
Well, I was hired by some mercenary or surgeon thing. Hold on. I have this tattoo on my arm.
Okay,
I
great.
joined recently. Not too sure how anything works.
Welcome to the club.
Don't worry, we'll tell you what to do. So let's
Love it, love it.
All right.
I assume I'll be working with you guys.
Yes, you assume correctly. Now,
What's your name?
yeah, your name.
I'm Scrawl.
When they look at you, what do they see? What do you look like?
Honestly, like, I'm 6 feet 2.
You can show them a picture of
I'm
you if you want.
tall, pale,
What's the picture?
straight and white hair. I have like ritualistic tattoos all over my body, and I have scars in my hands.
Okay, are you human?
I'm a dark elf.
A dark elf. Okay.
What's
Hey,
that
bro.
mean?
He's just an elf, but darker.
Like evil?
Not necessarily.
Wow.
Just a little bit.
Skin elf.
Oh dear.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Are
You
you
can
a
show-
cleric?
So you
He's a
can
human.
perform magic of the dark nature.
Yeah, sometimes.
I can play the lute.
How did you get
That's
that
great.
started?
I'm also dark elf, by the way. Just,
Okay.
yeah.
You know, practice makes perfect, right? I had to summon a few creatures, and it's a learning experience.
Alright.
So why do we have to visit this Lord guy?
Well, we have to go. We've been on this quest forever.
Long time.
So the 2 daughters of Lord Beige were kidnapped. Blah blah blah. We found them. We discovered the symbol of the 2 snakes on what color background? Anyways,
gold
it's
snakes.
gold. The gold snakes. And we believe that whoever is represented by this symbol is who kidnapped them. So we found out while I wasn't there that it was Lord Mokhtar in Castle Fawn.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
You
So
found
we're
it.
going there now to see if we can get more information and see why they were kidnapped, I guess, to prevent further kidnappings. or start a war. Who knows?
Is Castle Fawn in the forest?
Yeah.
How far
I've
away
heard about this castle recently.
I mean, it's a known castle in
Is it the castle that the previous group had attacked?
We've never
The
been
abandoned
there.
castle?
Oh, no, different one. Sorry.
Okay.
That's a different one. Yeah.
Where's the map?
People died.
In your inventory. Yeah.
So our main mission is to investigate the
Yeah, we need
the missing people.
Yeah.
So the plan we had drawn up last time was we'd basically go with the driver over here
Mhm.
and just go inside.
Hi, my name is Yvonne.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
And Yvonne is from Mokhtar, so he should be able to get us in easily.
Yeah, we could all just chill in the chariot.
Well, look,
Yeah.
look. I'm gonna be honest. They're gonna find you. If you're gonna be in the chariot, they're gonna come get the body, and guess who's gonna be in there? You guys. That's not a good plan.
All right, so maybe
Maybe
we
we
can
can build like an extra compartment in the chariot that we can hide in.
a hidden compartment.
Yeah.
Or, this is what I do in Assassin's Creed, if you walk around the fort, there's usually a hole in the wall somewhere to sneak in. Maybe we can look for a weak spot in their
I like that.
fortress.
Just to be clear, this is an investigation that we're doing.
We're scouting.
Right, but we have to get in, and we're being told that we wouldn't necessarily be let in. So we're gonna have to sneak in?
Or what if somebody
I could be
snuck
in
in under the cart and then let us in?
I could probably do that.
Yeah, like...
Well,
Yeah.
now that I think about it,
Or I could just be in the chariot. Like, it's easy to explain why one person would be there. I'm just like his friend, whatever. He hasn't seen his dad in a while, apparently, according to you.
Is there a town around the city, around this castle called Fawn?
yeah, the castle town of Fawn. Yeah.
So let's get to the town first and see what information we could gather.
Okay.
Yeah. And Yvonne kind of looks off thoughtfully into the distance. So you guys pile into this small carriage made for 3 people. It's all kind of tight. Did you want to do something?
Well, I'm just wondering why we trust this Vaughn guy. Why is
Well, I
he
don't
on
trust
the
him.
trail?
I don't trust him whatsoever. Everybody else did for some
Okay,
reason.
because it's kind of risky because he knows we killed the son of the Lord.
Yeah, I also killed this other guy. I shaved him and killed him. Another guy who's like that.
Well,
I
there's
feel like-
one of us and one of him, so...
Yeah. If we go into town, it's gonna be harder to dispose of him or.
Who's to say he's not gonna slit our throats at night?
He won't. We'll tie him
I'm
up
not
while
gonna
he
do that.
sleeps.
Don't
If
worry.
you distress him that much, I'm sure someone has a rope. We'll just tie him up in his sleep.
That won't be necessary. Look, I'm a really nice guy. All right.
Okay.
I don't want any trouble.
We don't want any trouble either.
I'm underpaid to focus on all of this political stuff. Just don't kill me, and I'm gonna do what's necessary.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's drive to the castle village.
Sounds good. And the cart starts moving towards the castle town of Fawn. As you guys approach the town is not walled in and of itself, but there you notice the castle in the center of the town that is walled off. And it's nighttime. It's like 4 a.m, and there's not many people on the streets. The streets are kind of cobblestony, with tight corners all around. So Yvonne kind of leans back at you guys and says, "So, what's the plan? We're in town now. Do you guys want to stop by somewhere before we go inside, or?"
Why don't we set camp until the day, and then when there's more people around, we can ask them.
around.
Should I take you to an inn?
I'm down to go to an inn. Oh no. Are we known in this village?
I think such a mass influx of new people would scare off and
Yeah, is
set
it a
off the
big
warning.
town or?
It's a small town, medium
Yeah.
size. It's
It would
around.
raise too much suspicion if we came in
Why?
all at once at night into an inn.
I mean, I know a really, really low key spot that there wouldn't be many people there.
Also, the chariot is really fancy. I think that was kind of utilized.
Yeah,
So
I think we should camp out at night until the day.
So I don't take you all into town? Okay. So he steers off onto the side of the road into sort of like a farmland where the grass is much higher, but kind of at the opening of the forest. And he stops the cart there. He says, "Okay, well, I guess we could stay here for the night." Everybody roll me a 4+ Constitution check because of the smell of the body inside of the... yeah.
Natural 20.
Got
Got a 20.
You got a 20?
Yeah.
Do you have Constitution as a base skill?
Nope.
And you can add that as a proficiency +0. Sorry? 8? That's more than 4. That's good.
4.
You hit 4, good.
I got 4 also.
Good.
11.
11. Yeah, you're all good. So you guys don't get sick because of the body right now, but it is smelly.
Wait, do I have to sleep in the cart? Can I, like...
You can sleep wherever you want.
outside the cart?
Sleep outside, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't have my mama's sleeping cot because it's still drenched in blood. Is there a river nearby?
Yeah, you notice there's like a small pond, but it's not flowing water. It's like stagnant water, but it looks cleanish.
Well, I'll like try and clean off my cot the best I can and hang it on a tree branch to dry, and I'll wash it better when I can.
Okay. It's still not functional if you don't wash it.
Okay, can I do something as well?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead. Don't ask me for permission.
Just before I go to bed, right? I'm gonna try to talk to the dead son,
Okay.
because that's my ability.
Okay.
Just to get some extra information about what he knows. And
Ooh, coming with. While my
You-
cot dries on a tree.
sure. But I don't think you'll be able to listen, because it's like a mental connection thing.
Okay.
But she has you could just tell her what.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
translate, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can actually talk to me on Facebook if you want. We can do that. You guys can do so when we're taking a short rest. Many of you need to do certain things, so you can do those things while we're
Yeah,
waiting.
I'm just gonna rest and a little banged up.
It says here add 2 additional max hit points. We're adding to our skills, or
No, to your hit points
oh,
every time you level up.
but
Oh, it's 2 now?
Did we put
Plus 2 hit points
into
every
our
time you level
skills,
up.
at the beginning of the game, or
Hit points, yeah.
did we put points into our skills at the beginning of this round?
I'll make you guys level up soon. So then, yeah.
Can one healing roll heal more than one thing as long as they're the right? Like I rolled a 9 and I have a level 6 and a level 1.
Yeah. So
I can
healing
heal
rolls
both
are
of
for
them.
anything.
It's not one roll per injury.
No, it's one roll, but you can only heal 9 points of whatever you want.
Exactly.
It's a D10, right?
It's a D10 for a short rest. Yeah.
We can roll.
Does it
Oh,
give
is
long
this a
rest?
short rest?
Or
Yeah.
long rest?
Ooh, multiple dice.
Yeah.
Weapon.
I don't have a D10. I have 8 and 12.
Should put some
This
ingredients
is like
in
100
the shop
of the
room
same.
that you get from
Okay, yeah. So instead of rolling a 20, I'm supposed to roll a 10?
I think so.
Yeah. Well,
3?
is it a short rest or long rest? Like,
Yeah.
It's a short rest.
So 8
3. Jeez. Alright.
Okay, so you guys notice, what's your character's name again? Scarl?
Scrawl.
Scrawl, he's kind of standing over the body with, are you talking to it out loud?
No, well, I'm commuting.
You have to say out loud what you're asking.
Okay, that's it. I just asked. First question was, what is important to you for your father? And then he said, he answered back, I hate my father. He just wants me to be home all the time. Then I asked, is there a hidden way inside the castle of Fawn? Then he answered, no, but there's a bread salesman who brings bread at 8 in the morning every day.
What's his name?
Let me ask. And by the way, if you guys have any other questions I should ask.
How many yards are there?
He doesn't know the name of the bread salesman, but I'm sure we can
That's
ask.
okay.
I'm sure we can find him in town.
Mhm.
This should be pretty easy. He makes really good bread, though.
Great. Okay, chocolate. And shit, I just forgot what I was gonna ask. Does he know why Lord Vaughn would be after the Beach Girls? Or did you guys already try to ask that before you chopped them up?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about beach girls.
Okay,
So let's ask that.
Nobody
Yeah.
told me anything. It's
Why?
just that hard. It's just
Just the questions.
I just want to
I'm
see
sure you
if
put
you
people
want
last.
Antoine.
What's your class?
I guess
I'm
we're
just
answer.
What's that?
Basically,
Bard?
yeah, basically it was slash like assassin. Like here's here's my picture if you want. You have an idea.
Yeah.
So scary. Yeah. I'm not supposed to be that scary,
It's
but
like the guy from Skyrim.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that guy.
Cicero?
That's Cicero, yeah.
He didn't know anything about the kidnappings.
Okay, but does he know? Are they enemies? Are the Biges and the Fawns enemies?
His spirit is gone.
His spirit took a hike, right?
Okay, well, let's rest up and go find the bread salesman in the morning. Well,
Sounds like a plan.
What bread salesman? Sorry, I was taking a piss. What happened?
don't worry about it. You just drive.
Okay.
We
Okay.
just really love bread.
I know a good guy in town. He makes
Big car
great.
guy, yeah.
He makes great bread.
Oh, can we meet him?
It's probably him.
Sure. Yeah.
Sweet.
Perfect.
Absolutely. So it's approximately 7 in the morning now. Are you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So Yvonne starts moving the cart into town, and he stops you guys in front of a bakery. You guys notice that some candlelight is lighting up the inside. On the outside, there's a bunch of racks, but they're empty, as if things should be put on there, but there's nothing on there right now. And you notice a 17-year-old man kind of cleaning the outdoor glass that shines into the inside. There's still not many people on the streets, and it's still pretty dark outside. Yeah. He stops the cart in front of this place.
Okay, well, one of us, whoever has maybe some
Charisma.
I do.
Charisma?
Alright.
should go chat him up and see about
Yeah, I've got my like +3 from my base ability, and then I have also charisma +1, and then persuasion +1.
Okay. So what's the plan? So how do you walk up to this place? You knock on the door. Do you talk to the
Well,
kid?
is he outside, you said?
Yeah, there's a 17-year-old cleaning the.
17.
Oh,
Okay.
I said 70.
Me too.
Sorry,
Son of a
different vibe here.
Um,
He kind of looks at you guys, but looks back at what he's doing, thinking that
yeah,
you're not
I'll
involved
walk
with him.
up and be like, "Hello, young man. How's it going?
Hi.
What do you know about this bread shop? We really want some bread."
Oh, yeah, sure. We're not open yet, but we still have an order to bring into the castle before we open.
Okay.
You want to come back later?
What do you guys want to do?
Maybe we can offer to do the delivery for him.
Yeah, you look tired. We should do it
Yeah,
for
we
you.
totally have a cart. We could totally get that done for you.
Do the delivery for us?
Yeah.
Oof, I don't know if my dad would be okay with that.
Yeah, where is he?
We'll
Yeah,
talk to him.
he's inside.
Okay, let's go inside and meet your dad.
Okay, sure. He opens the door, and you see a large man working the oven. Clearly looks like he's been up for like 2 hours already. It's hot in here. He's sweating a little bit. He's got like a very big mustache. He's not a very smiley looking fellow. What do you say?
Charisma.
I didn't
I don't know what we should say.
I'm not in there.
I come in with them.
How do we can?
I'm listening on my earpiece though.
Hello, bread maker.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
We're new in town and we really love bread, so we're just here to
Eat.
to meet you.
Okay, give me a charisma roll.
Okay. Oh god.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh shit. Well, 4 + 5, so 9. Great.
9. Yeah. I'm sorry. We're closed right now. Could you come back another time?
But, okay, luck goes, but we heard that your bread is legendary, and we came from so far, and we waited outside until the bakery opened just to meet you and to taste some of your bread.
Okay. Likability.
11 plus... Oh, I don't have the bonus yet. So +1, I think. Let me check. +1.
I mean, you are right. Our bread is pretty good. People talk about it from pretty far away. So I'm not surprised you guys would come here just to have some. Yeah, no, I guess I could sell you a loaf or two.
Oh,
How many
perfect.
do you want? And he
well,
goes and he starts opening up
What
a
if we
bag.
do a trade? Like we could take care of your son mentioned there's a delivery. You know, we could trade doing the delivery for you for some bread
Delivery
to the castle.
to the castle. Roll charisma.
No, I don't.
7.
I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea, but I mean, they know me, right? I'm the person who usually delivers. So it'd be a little weird if a bunch of strangers were doing
Oh,
it.
they know me too. I used to do the jester over here.
Yeah, he's friends with.
Is that a lie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, roll me for lying. Go ahead.
Lying, persuasion, whatever.
Charisma, but if you have anything else, you can use
I
that.
have persuasion. Like, is persuasion anything?
Yeah, that's fine.
I
Lies.
also have the persuasion +3 thing, but I don't really know what it does. And the amulet, I have like a shit ton of persuasion.
Just roll and tell me what the result is. It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
+2, 3, 5, and then 6. 18 + 6.
Really? You used to work at the castle?
Absolutely.
Oh my
Don't you
God.
remember me?
I mean, I guess not.
They used to call me the Jester.
Really? No, us simple folk don't actually get to go up and see the shows at the castle much. It's something that I always regretted.
I just had a nice little, like, fucking levitate my sword.
Okay.
My dagger. And put it right back to me.
Okay, consume one of the uses of that and roll for that, please. Yeah.
Trickster, 9.
9?
Yeah.
So your dagger kind of floats around, and he's like, whoa, put that away.
And I'm like, oh, it's just a trick.
No, stop. I hate knives.
Okay, I put it. It's a weird. You're fucking.
You cut
You're
through
right.
Only the curved knives I'm fine with. Not the pointy ones.
I put it back in.
Ah, jeez, man. What kind of jester are you?
A very good one.
Clearly not. Look, anyway, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this.
Play us a lute.
Oh, what? I thought I already persuaded you.
You freaked him out with a knife thing.
That magic trick would have been fine.
Could have taken flowers,
So
under your
I
sleeves,
did a
right?
loaf of bread.
I have to show a knife.
Like, it's only knife limitation, unfortunately. Somebody nerfed me. Really, I don't know.
Look, I'm nerfed. You guys want to try something else?
I'm rolling that.
Okay, well, I try to. How about I play you a song?
Yes.
And
We'll be the backup
in
singer.
exchange, we can do the job for you and get some bread. Math adds up, alright?
Okay, roll persuasion.
I'll use the amulet again, but I can't use the other thing. So that's 2, 3. 2 + 3, 5.
Oh no.
Guys,
I rolled a 1, so you're good. Yeah, he says, okay, but it better be a good song.
Can't believe this.
You'll have advantage on your song roll because I rolled a 1. Very
Okay.
open-minded right now.
Wait, my loop.
You've never heard a song that's like
Okay, I have a magic lute, so it's all
And you
good.
have to sing it for real.
It's just a magical lute. I don't have a great
Toss
voice
a
anymore.
coin for your win.
Yeah, basically.
I have a backup
I
plan.
got a 9.
You got a 9?
Yeah.
You have advantage.
Oh, fuck yeah. I got 1, so.
I got a 5. So you bust out your lute and you start playing, and you guys all notice that his playing is good, but not like amazing, right? But
It's not his primary skill.
No, I'm not sorry, actually. People think I'm good.
The jester around.
No wonder you don't work like
so you guys are not impressed, but the bread salesman seems to be pretty impressed, which is all that really matters. He's
I
like,
look at you guys, I'm not very good.
he's like,
People think I'm good, though.
you know,
Play the role. It's good. It's good.
you know, I've always hated that we never got to go up and see the shows there. Yeah, you know, thank you so much for giving me that experience today. I feel really
So they
good.
call me the jester.
Fine. Look, I'll take you guys up there. I'll do all the talking, and you guys can hang back and
Close to eat some bread.
yeah, you guys get 1 loaf of bread each, complimentary of the house.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's a trade, right? You don't have to actually do the task as well. You just have to send us in exchange for the bread,
Roll
right? Roll per.
charisma. Do you have any points
No, I
in
have
that?
no bonuses. 5. I got stumped.
5. He says, I don't know. Like I know the horse. Old Bella, she doesn't really like to listen to other people. I think it's best that I come too.
Okay, you have your own carriage too?
How about our carriage? Like, what are we doing with this?
Well, let's take the baker's
Let's just go by foot, man.
Let's leave our carriage in the forest.
Wait, do you guys have horses?
No.
How many horses are pulling this carriage?
Mine or the other one?
Ours. The
Ours,
fancy
yeah.
one.
The fancy carriage is one horse, and
One horse.
Bella is the horse pulling the bread salesman.
Okay, and you three
Figures.
have no horse besides the one on the carriage. We each have a horse.
Oh.
So we could each take a person on our horse, and we can take the horse off of the fancy carriage.
So the bread carriage is actually.
Not the bread carriage, our carriage.
I just want to say the bread
Oh.
carriage is actually very spacious, and it doesn't have a roof on it. He says, you guys can distribute the bread across the castle. There's 2-3 locations that I usually deliver to, and you guys can go and do that.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Cool.
Yeah.
Great, let's do that.
Okay.
I'll take Hang On and ride alongside.
Lock hops into the baker's carriage.
So you guys are all like decked out in your weapons. Do you conceal your weapons? What do you do?
How do I conceal them? I've never had to do this before.
You can put them in the bread.
In the bread.
I have a mace and...
Like in the bread
So
bags.
it's gonna be a weird looking bread.
In the bags of bread, I mean. You can put them
Right,
there.
right.
I put them all in my loot.
Your loot fits all your
It's
weapons.
just one dagger and then plenty of small. Like,
I have a
Okay,
lot of
that's fine.
weapons.
I'm just gonna pass as a guard.
They do confiscate any weapons that they find usually.
I conceal all my weapons.
Bread. Bread weapons.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Bread weapons.
I
So when you arrive in the cart, there's maybe 15 bags of bread, and they're all tied up with a rope at the top. And there's these little benches that you can sit on and rest while you're being driven into the castle. So you guys put all your weapons into breads?
Firstly, we
bread
should
bags?
leave our big weapons somewhere safe and take small, concealable weapons.
Yeah, are we gonna get searched? I have I have a pair of pretty good daggers that I'd like to conceal on my person.
You can try. You're gonna be rolling against the guard.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and conceal them and bring them in with me. I don't know what I might be up against.
Maybe we could only have a small party go in with the bread maker and then try to find a way to let the others in afterwards.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's split up. Anyone with small weapons, such as daggers, things that are easy to conceal, maybe a sword in a small bread basket, or magic users could go in.
Not
And
me.
me with my warhammer
I
and
can, I guess.
yeah.
Yvonne looks at you guys and says, "Should I just go ahead? Should I just
I
go?"
want to go with Yvonne over here. I want to go inside his thing. Act like I'm friends with the dead guy over here. His name?
Gammus.
Gamus?
Gammus Mopatar.
Gamus Mopatar. We're boys. I think I can get him through this guy.
Okay.
If I can persuade my way
So
through
you're
this.
gonna act as
Just Gamus' friend. He hasn't seen his dad. His dad doesn't know he's friends with Gamus. I'm friends with Gamus. Gamus. I stuck with names.
I'll do the same thing as him then.
Do you think I should come with you or stay behind?
Well, you don't really have any weapons, right? So you could easily go with
I'm a caster and I have a dagger and a
So
staff.
yeah, just pretend to be like a bread delivery guy.
Well,
Yeah.
since we're gonna like
Creepy ass
I'm in
bread
full
delivery
armor
guy.
and
Bro,
I
I'm
have
like an
weapons,
mage, bro.
we just don't hold any weapons because if you guys are gonna sneak us
me
in,
too.
we can hold your weapons.
You guys could be a hired guard for the carriage because the carriage has been attacked. That's
Really?
why we don't have a bearded guy. Bearded guy got killed.
Who attacked the carriage?
It doesn't matter. We're making this up right now. I'm lying.
In front of Vaughn. Vaughn's listening. He's like, yeah.
Wait, why are you lying? We're on the same team.
No. I mean, I'm telling you guys the ruse that we can do. Like,
Okay,
literally,
okay.
this carriage has been attacked, and we're some of you are hired guard for the carriage because it has been attacked. That's what happened to the bearded guy.
That could work. I could say I hired somebody because
Perfect, let's do that.
we were attacked.
Okay.
So here's the plan. We should all go in with his plan, and then once we get an audience with the Lord, we'll try to get him to send us on a mission back to our original guy, Lord Bijan, and see like, hey, do you have any work for us? And then find out his plans from there.
I like that.
You guys like that?
I
Like
could also
we're
put
doing town,
loot
we're looking for
between-
some.
Right,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great.
Sounds better than what I thought you guys wanted to do.
We're not bread men anymore.
I thought you guys wanted to like assault the castle. I was like,
Well,
no.
we need to
We can't
find
take
out.
on the castle.
We need to find out why they're after the Bijes. This might be just like a family feud, like.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's probably
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best
yeah.
way, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Okay, cool. Well,
Well, actually, maybe one person should be like a bread delivery person and go to the 2-3 spots
we should
and
deliver
get her
bread.
intelligence.
After all.
and get her intelligence while the rest of us get an audience with the Lord.
Okay, and we all have earpieces, right? All 5 of
Yeah.
us. So.
I'm probably the best to do the bread thing.
Okay,
because
perfect.
of Jester being there.
You need to
Easy
connect your
myself to
earpieces
voice.
to
Yeah.
each other.
What do you mean?
Okay.
There's a description to the in the earpiece of how
I
to do
pressed
it.
hair, trying
My blown battery. Zero charge.
You get even a radio from the station.
Fuck, handwriting.
3 kilometers.
Great, 3 kilometers is perfect.
Yeah.
So we'll all be in the castle, but some of us will be talking to like the servants and trying to gather intel that way, and others are going to try to talk to the nobility. One of us probably will fail, but the other at least will succeed, and we'll have some useful information.
Some of you may die.
Delivering
Delivering bread.
Just the cost of business.
Okay, so who goes first? Who leaves first?
I go into the bread thing.
Okay.
Me and Vaughn.
But Yvonne is not in the bread
Not Yvonne,
cart.
the other guy. What's the other guy?
The baker.
The baker?
Yeah.
What was the baker's name?
I start writing it down.
Yeah. We're gonna call him Ale.
Ale.
AIL.
Okay, so let's divide into 2 parties. The bakers go in first, and then the people with the dead son going after.
Okay, so the bakery cart goes first.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ale has a hood on, and he's got his big mustache, and he sits down and grabs the reins of the horse and starts moving the cart forward. Who is sitting in the back of the cart right now?
Should I go into?
For
I'm
Kruger?
the only one, but it's fine. Yeah.
Is anybody else?
No.
Aaron, are you
I
wearing
think I'm
armor?
back.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can carry myself.
Just for Kruger. Just for Kruger. Do you have your loot out, or is it on your back?
It's on my back.
Okay, and your daggers, where are they?
They're all in there. They're all loot.
They're all in the loot.
Some
Okay,
magic tricks.
sounds good. Okay, so there's nothing in the bread bags except for bread.
No, yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, so yeah, you're moving towards the castle, all right, on this cart, and then who gets on the cart with Yvonne and Gamis?
I mean, we're.
I'm on
The 3 of us are with the
Yeah,
others.
you be on the
We're with
back.
Yvonne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 4 you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
So Merilith is on Hang On, and Killing It is on Hammer Time, and you're both on either side of the cart with Yvonne and Gamis's body on the inside.
Yeah, I'm with Yvonne.
Locke, are you in the back of the cart, on the inside of the cart, or you're on the front sitting with Yvonne?
I'm just sort of like following the cart from behind.
You're walking.
Yeah, walking.
Okay, your weapons visible.
Visible.
Okay, and Scarl?
Yeah, I mean.
Is your name like Carl with an S?
Scrawl.
Oh, Scrawl, sorry. Scrawl, where are you?
I'm inside the cart.
With a dead body.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So you make your first of all, we're going to start with the bread cart. The bread cart actually does not go through the main entrance. It curves around the castle towards the east side of it, and there's a second portcullis door with 2 guards guarding that area.
Yeah, one little thing.
Wait,
Sure.
by the way, guys. Before, are we
Sure.
on the way right now already?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
are we,
yeah.
And there's who else is sitting with me with the dead body?
Nobody, you're alone with the
I'm,
dead
I'm
body.
alone with the dead body.
Yeah.
'Cause- Okay, I start having a reflection, which I will share, because honestly, the moment the guard looks at what's inside this card, he's gonna be surprised and
We
might
won't let
have-
him look inside.
Oh, it's fine though. Like we're just friends. Like you guys are supposed to be just friends with this guy. It's fine to see if he's dead. Yvonne's just bringing like the dead body.
Wait, aren't you with him?
No, he's with you guys.
guys, but like inside the card.
Like part of the plan is that he's dead. They're hard. You guys are hard sword because like Harry got attacked.
Okay, you're gonna roll me for stealth to make sure that the bread cart guy doesn't hear you. Go ahead.
I'm just talking to myself. In the
Yeah, you're just talking about dead people and shit. Yeah, so go ahead and roll.
Wait, there's more than bread.
Roll me for whispering. So you can use charisma here, or you can use intelligence. Your choice.
Okay. Well, I have sneaking. Okay, it's not sneaking. It's
It's not
charisma.
sneaking, yeah.
So +1. What is this? 10
Okay,
plus
+1,
1.
11.
He looks at you and says, "What'd you say?"
Sorry, I just sometimes talk to myself. It's weird.
He said something about a dead person.
Yeah, one of my fathers died back when I was a kid, and I try to remind myself every day.
Really? You talk to yourself about your dead father.
It's the only thing that drives me nowadays.
Roll
I
me,
remind myself.
roll me for persuasion or deception.
Okay, that's 2 and... What's the amulet? Alright, let's do 18 plus 3.
Yeah.
21.
Oh, okay. Well, so sorry about your loss.
That's okay. I need to be honest with myself.
All right then. He turns back to.
I take one of the throwing knives and just put it in like a pouch. Because I think if they see that I have a weapon, they'll probably concentrate more on that than my loot, you know. So I'm just thinking about this. Like, maybe. Like,
So your plan is for them to search you, find a small weapon, and then be like, "Oh, we found a weapon, good,"
Yeah.
and then not focus on your.
not necessarily. They can still probably focus on loot, but I think my loot, like, even if they focus on it, I still might get through. But this
Okay.
is just a small mind game I might be able to pull
Okay,
off.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Now,
put one in my boot. Just, I have 5, so I'm like, what do I do with all these things?
okay, sounds good. So you guys approach the gate, and 2 guards approach the cart right now, and the Ale the baker says, "Oh, he's with me. He's just helping me make some deliveries across the castle." The guard approaches Ale and says, "Oh, he's not usually there. What's the reason that you hired him today?" He says, "Oh, my back's been a bit off today, and I just needed somebody to help me out. I'm gonna roll."
Fucking lying to you. Fuck.
The guard says, "Really? Because yesterday you were looking just fine." And Ale says, "Well," and he's starting to like sweat and look nervous.
Okay, well, hey, Ale, that's fine. You can tell them the truth. We made a little trade here. I wanted to help out, I offered to help out Ale over here so I can get some bread. I haven't been able to get some good coin recently. But here I am, just helping out our good pal Ale. My accent just fucking shooting out.
Okay, so roll me for persuasion or deception.
Okay. 15, 18.
18. The guard looks at Ale, looks back at you, and says, "Sorry. We didn't mean to pry. It's just our job.
No, absolutely.
We are gonna have to search you, however." And they
Yeah,
move
no
over to
problem.
start searching you. In the meantime, we're gonna move over to the cart with Merilith, Killen, Locke, and Scrawl. The cart is now approaching the main gate of the castle. It's a much larger portcullis door. There's 2 guards on either side, and you can see a courtyard with a few people walking across the castle courtyard. So 2 guards approach on either side and say, "Halt! Nobody move! Off your horses! We're going to be searching everybody."
Wait.
I speak up. We're hired guards and heavily armed. We can wait outside.
Also heavily armed. Same deal.
I go, guards, move out of the way. We have Gammas in the back, the Lord's son, and he's gravely injured, possibly already dead. We moved here as fast as we could. We need to see his father right now. Get out of the way, or it's your head that's going to be on the block.
Okay.
Nice.
Dramatic.
Roll for intimidation.
Yeah.
17. Plus 1, 18.
Yeah.
The guards look at each other, look back at you, and they say, "Gammas Mopatar?"
Yes!
Holy shit. And they look at each other like, "Oh crap, we can't mess this up."
Lead us to Lord Mopatar.
And then they say, "We still have to look inside."
Open it up.
So they approach and they open the cart door and they see Scrawl. What are you doing inside?
I'm not moving, I'm not talking. I'm just looking over the body.
Who are you?
I'll just say I'm a medicine man.
Go ahead.
Which is true. 'Cause
Persuasion.
I have high knowledge of medicine. Whoa. 14.
Oh, you're watching over the body?
I did my best to try to slow down the bleeding.
Okay, is he dead?
I'm afraid so.
Fuck. Ugh. Damn it. Okay. I guess we should bring him in. And the guards look and they start talking amongst each other nervously. Back to the baker cart. They search your loot. You're gonna have to roll a concealment against investigation.
8.
8. They look inside your loot and they pull out the small knives. 1 knife, 2 knife. They say, what's going on over here?
Oh yes, I like to do tricks with knives. You know, I'm a jester.
Really? Could you show me one?
Absolutely. Kidding.
Oh boy, here we go. You got the bacon. You get shoes. Well,
Close your eyes, baby. I can only use 4 knives I've ever used. One of my limitations today, so. Well, actually, the only how many knives they find?
Such a mess.
They found all of them.
Oh, all the ones in the loot? Did I not
Yeah.
stop them at any point? No. Because there's also a dagger in there.
Are they concealed in different areas of the loot?
Well, no. So there's a dagger. There's a dagger.
Yeah, they found the pile of knives.
Okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. Well, a dagger you can put it to the side and play with real sharp ones, you know. But they're all kind of sharp, you know.
They don't laugh.
I laugh though. Alright, well I just fucking try to fucking levitate my 4 daggers.
Okay, you said you already used up your spell.
I used so basically I have fought 5 times, I used it once.
Okay, so go ahead and roll again for your spell levitation.
I got 5.
5?
I'm not a very good jester.
Yeah, so you start levitating a spell, but accidentally, instead of it like staying on top of your hand, it falls and it lands on one of the guard's feet. He goes, "Ah! Ah!
Oh god, oh no!
Oh my foot!"
Oh boy. Knives and storm at them.
The other guard looks at you and he says, "Give me that," and he grabs your loot and he says, "You're not bringing this into the castle."
Well, it's just loot. I can bring loot in, you can take my
Hey, you put a bunch of knives in here. Who are you?
I'm a jester, I have knives.
Well, you're not a very good one, that's for sure.
Well, I know. I know, but they still call me the jester.
That's twice in one day. You're getting roasted. Okay, back to you guys. So
Surprised he's not getting executed.
so the guards look back at you and they say, "Okay, you can go on in. You guys can go in too. You just have to leave your weapons out here with us."
We literally can't do that. We're here to be guards. Like that's our whole thing.
Persuasion.
That was fine.
High charisma, let's go.
Okay, I can't use the charisma again, but I can use charisma and persuasion. So +2. 12.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Trust me, we're guards too. We get it. The guard mandate, right?
Yeah, of course.
But like, what are you guarding him against? I mean, he's dead, first of all, and second of all, like, no one's gonna attack anyone here. Safe place.
What does the Mandalorian say? It's like,
My weapons are my religion.
yes, our weapons are our religion.
Okay, roll for persuasion.
All right, +3. 14.
I rolled an 18. Sorry.
Says that to all of us or just the two?
Just the 2 of them, because they're very obviously.
Warhammer.
Yeah, you two, I guess they would say that to you too. You really don't say anything.
Sure, staff would be.
They don't. Yeah, they don't notice anything interesting. They say, no, sorry, you're gonna have to leave your weapons here, or else you can't. You can wait outside, like you said you would.
Okay, Locke goes, turn the card around, and we'll blame this on you later on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking. We won't release the body unless you let us in as we are.
You've seen who we have with us.
Yvonne says, the guard says, wait, who do you work for?
We are friends of Gavin Smokitar.
You're friends of his,
Yes.
and you're saying you're not going to release the body unless we let you in.
We've been his companions for many years, and we've been with him through thick and thin. We have as much a right to bury him as his father. If you will not let us in, we will say the guards turned us away at the gate, and then we will bury him at a place of our choosing.
Persuasion, intimidation, with advantage.
18 plus 1, 19.
Fine, go on through. And the cart advances and parks itself into the courtyard. As Yvonne says, okay, well, are you going to help me with the body now? Or what are you guys going to do?
What are we gonna do now?
What do you mean?
Well, we have to
help
go
him
find
with
his
the
father.
lady?
Let's
Yeah,
say this is the guy we want to talk to.
Yeah, we're gonna bring the body
To the
to
dad,
his father.
to his
for
father,
sure.
yeah.
That's our plan.
Okay, I'm gonna go organize the audience. You guys wait here.
Oh dear.
And
No, they passed. It's gonna be like 5 in a row. That's it. We're good.
That's
Good to go.
amazing.
Wow.
That's weird. I don't know.
How do you do that?
Interesting skill.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at the baker cart, they confiscated your loot, and they said, "Okay, are you sure this guy has to go with you, Ale?" And Ale looks back and says, "I mean, yeah, the deal was the deal." And they search your entire body and they confiscate all of your weapons. They take all your weapons away.
Just a couple cheap ones.
My mind is on my weapon. It's fine.
Okay, so so just remember, all your weapons are confiscated. You can't use any of them.
Yeah.
Okay, and the guards at the east gate have them.
Okay.
Okay, but they let you in, and you enter, and you're
Can I have my like loaf of bread at this point?
yeah, you already all have a loaf of bread.
No, can I eat it? I'm just gonna eat it.
You don't need to eat it. Don't waste it. He's gonna do a hunger check later, and then you're gonna have nothing.
I have other stuff.
Okay.
I just want to eat it so I can get like one of my like
Skills back, yeah.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you start munching on your
Going on.
you start munching on your loaf of bread right now, and he parks the cart around like a sort of kitchen area, but an outdoor area. So you guys you hear the clanking of plates, and it sounds like an entire team is preparing breakfast for the morning in the castle, in the kitchen area.
I look at Ale and I'm like, oh, is this one of the stops?
He says, "Yeah, this is our first stop. You might want to go make your delivery."
Okay. Like make a delivery. Like I'm going asking, oh, what are the next ones? You know, like what are the next stops? Where are we going?
Well, we have this kitchen area, which is for all the servants and all the workers in the castle, and then we have the nobility area afterwards, and then finally there's the guardhouse that we also need to serve.
All right. I probably can just. How many bags am I taking in here?
You're gonna have to take 3 bags of bread. Roll me a strength
Oh,
check.
oh, jeez.
Roll me a strength check of 4 per bag.
For dexterity, you guys.
15.
So you bring the first one, no problem. You're carrying the first bag of bread into the kitchen area, and there's maybe 15 to 20 people there who seem to have been expecting someone to be coming with a bag of bread this morning. Who don't even pay attention to you. They're just going around cleaning, washing plates. They're cleaning cutlery. They're cooking. It smells all sorts of different fresh smells of fruit. Luxurious things that you don't remember having tasted in a long time, ever since you used to work at the courts.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was just gonna think, is there like any knife just lying around? I could probably maybe like steal nobody's looking at it. It looks pretty busy.
Perception, yeah.
7.
Yeah, you noticed some, but they're all like being used by people right now at the moment.
That's fine. Well, I'm moving another bag then.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
6.
Okay, that's good. And roll another one.
13.
No problem. Yeah, you bring all 3 bags of bread and you're good to go.
Not bad.
Do you go to the next place?
Yeah.
No, ask the servants for gossip.
Okay. Well, whatever. I'll ask the servants who gossip. You know, so be like, oh, you guys heard anything great lately? What's going on around here? You know, I heard Gamus is in town.
Who?
Gamus, Mopatar, son of.
Oh, Gamus,
Lord-
you mean?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry,
no,
your accent's a bit off. I
Yeah, I
haven't heard
know.
an accent like that in a while. Yeah, he's back in town?
Yeah, I heard.
Really?
How do you think Lord Mopatar's gonna react to that one, huh?
Well, I mean, he's been wanting his son to come back home for a long time. He's probably going to be very happy.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Yeah. Wow, that's going to be very good news for the castle.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell everybody else that he's back in town.
Okay. I leave.
You walk back out, you hop onto the baker's cart, and you move on to the next destination. You guys, Yvonne comes back and he says, "Okay, he'll see you now."
Alright, are we carrying the body, or the cart can be driven all the way into this audience room?
Yeah.
Well, we can bring it in a smaller cart, and he has like a kind of wheelbarrow sort of cart thing that he can use to bring the body over.
Okay, great. Well, let's
Actually, no.
Yeah, body cart.
Actually, the door opens, and you see a man standing there, dressed in a very fancy outfit. I'm gonna send you guys a picture of Kilgus Mopatar, so you know what he looks like. Yeah, so he's an older fella, and he's got a bit of scars on his face. The look on his face is one of dread and of heartbreak as he's looking down at his dead son's body. He walks over towards all of you and says, "Name yourselves."
My lord, we have brought you your son, and we are his friends. My name is Locke. I've traveled with your son for a very long time, and I'm here with his body so that we can bury your son, and we are looking for revenge. for his
Persuasion
death.
check.
I can lie a little too quickly.
8.
8? He says, "How long have you known my son for?"
Where's Alex?
We've known him for over a year.
Over a year. I've wanted him to come back home for so long. All of the people I've sent to try to convince him, he's always refused. He's always wanted to keep fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting.
My lord, who has he been fighting?
Well, don't you know?
I've only just met him. These are his friends. Excuse my ignorance, but who would want to do this to him?
Well, no one wants to hurt him. He loves to fight. I'm sure, as you know.
As I know.
Yeah, he's always in the pits. Always one fight after another. It's what he loves, and I don't know. I've always wanted him to just come home.
I fear your son has not died in the arena, but from an assassination.
A what?
An assassination. While he was asleep, he was attacked.
Why are his legs cut off?
We believe
They
he,
didn't want him to get away.
Some strange. He was tortured.
Whoever did this was very angry. Clearly, we don't.
we believe he was tortured before he was killed.
Okay, maybe this is not the time. Let's. Do you have a what do you call it, undertaker?
He starts crying. Thank you for bringing him back home.
We cannot let this stand, my lord. We must find who did this and do something about it.
Okay, with advantage, roll me persuasion.
11.
He says, "No, I don't want to start a war over this. Gamus probably made a lot of enemies in the pits. He had it coming. He was very rebellious, and that's what he brings upon himself."
Gamus would have wanted us to come work for you, his family. We are all seasoned warriors and can help you in whatever matters pertain to war, battle, or defense, security.
And to convince him, I clank my chest armor.
Okay, you can give him roll a d6 inspiration dice for the clanking of the chest armor here. So you can add this to your roll here, and go ahead. Persuasion.
4
and 19 with the bonus.
Yeah, he looks at you and says, "That's probably what he would have wanted. His friends to help the family." Okay. I'll have you work for us. For the Mopatar family. What are your names?
As I've introduced myself, my name is Locke, and I will let my companions introduce themselves.
Scroll of Aaron Brewer.
My name's Catherine.
My name is Meredith. Great warrior. of
Nice to
Asia.
meet you, Catherine and Meredith
I
and
give him a
Locke
peek
and
bow.
Scrawl. You will be at the service of the Mopatar family as of now. Are you ready to swear your oath?
Yes. Do we get tattoos as well?
Oh yeah.
There are no tattoos, but I do.
That's okay.
There's no more room anyway.
We do require an oath by blood.
Alright, we're down. It's fine.
Come with me. And he brings you into the throne room, which is a large room with torches lit on either side and openings to chambers on either side of the throne room. It looks like there's many entrances to this room. And someone comes and takes the body from the cart and brings it potentially to a chapel or some other area. He says, all of you kneel.
I know.
He puts, what's the order from left to right?
I'll be on right.
We'll follow this
As we
order.
are.
So Catherine, Meredith, Locke, and Skrull. The Lord gives you a dagger and says, in order to swear this oath to our family, you must inflict yourself a cut on the hand with the Mopatar dagger. Here you go, and repeat after me. And he makes you say a whole
We each get our
whole
own
ceremony.
dagger for this?
No,
Ew.
you're all sharing. Yeah.
What about Ian? First now?
All right, back to the baker card.
I was sitting out on the neck for it.
Yeah, you're moving through the courtyard area right now, the main courtyard area, and you see the body of Gambus Mopatar being taken away and towards a sort of chapel tower. But the cart makes a turn around the castle and goes towards, it looks like a tall wing of the castle that has lots of windows on it. Another kitchen is found here, and you can see a similar setup, but this one is a little bit smaller. But the people here seem to be more professional looking. So, yeah, 3 more bags to drop off. Roll me a strength check of 5 per bag here.
You have back pain now.
It's a perfect affliction.
15. Okay, you bring a bag in, and you notice what I told you about the kitchen area. And someone says, yes, hello, who are you?
Oh, hello. My name is Fukrur. I'm come here to help Ale. You remember Ale? The bread man.
Yeah, why are you dressed in a jester outfit?
Oh, I used to be a jester. I just love the outfit.
Right. Roll persuasion. Or deception.
5, 3,
8. So he says, very well. So how many more bags are there?
Oh, there are 2 more. I didn't go
Okay,
get them.
you can just drop them off right here, and he gives you a sort of area where you can drop them off. You notice at the far end of the kitchen is a doorway where people with platters are bringing food out into another room, and you notice a pantry full of food, vegetables, fruits, all kinds. And you notice some knives hanging from the ceiling.
Okay, well, I asked, man. What is your name, good sir?
My name is Ivor.
Fukrur.
Pleasure.
You guys have a jester here in these parts.
We have various forms of entertainment in the castle. They come in and they go.
I wish I could play the lute for you guys. You guys all look very stressed. But the guards are on the east wing to my lute. I just want to know, do you think there's any job around here in this castle for me?
Any jobs? You mean as a jester?
As a jester, of course. It's how I make my living.
Charisma?
15.
15. Well, I suppose it'd be nice to have a change of performance around the castle. Maybe I could put in a good word for you. What's your name again?
You can call me the Jester.
The Jester. Very well.
Yes.
I'll pass on a good word for the Jester.
All right. Any chance I can meet anyone that would be interested in knowing my talents?
Well, maybe you could show us a small performance. Do you have anything you can do?
Well, unfortunately, all the guards in the east wing took my all my tools, so not much I can do right now.
What do you usually use?
Oh, I have these very small knives that I can make twirl.
Knives. Well, here. Why don't you try one of these? And then he
How many
gives
people in
you
the room?
maybe 5.
Okay.
They're all kind of paying attention. Everyone stopped their job and they're looking at you.
Alright. I want everybody to everybody come around the circle, watch this match.
You do like the public entertainer. It's like, hey, get closer.
Right
Yeah, we're all
now.
listening.
Fingers crossed.
You guys are hearing this while you're cutting your hands in the throne room.
I mean, I want to know if I can do 2 things at the same time here.
Like what?
Alright, so I want to do like a quick match, right? Like something really easy with like knives. Alright? And I also want to use one of my cantrips. Whatever that, cantrips, is that alright?
Which one?
Mage hand, which creates a small spectral floating hand.
Cool. Neato.
And I want to just like steal another knife or something. I'm sorry, I didn't really think what I want to do here.
So you want to use one thing to distract them while you cast Mage Hand at the same time.
Yeah, like I can do it like 30 meters away, 30 feet away.
Okay, unfortunately it's a concentration spell, so you're gonna have to focus on the Mage Hand or focus
Yeah, I don't
on
really have anything
meditation.
useful to do with this anyway, so I actually just might not do it.
Okay.
Oh, the other one's a little extra too, alright. Yeah, just gonna fucking do a nice little meditation. Maybe make them twirl and stuff.
Go ahead and roll.
Critical.
Nice little 4. sounds about right.
And you start levitating your knife, and it turns and then plunges straight into the shoulder of one of the waiters working there. He goes,
I'm like super worried. I'm like, oh my god, oh no! Quickly call a medic. And then I try to like help him out. I'm like, I go get like a rag and I'm trying to put pressure. This is good.
You guys hear screaming.
Every fucking time.
Oh god, what's doing
It's fine. This is exactly what I wanted. It's part of the plan. I really super concentrated now. It's great. I'm trying to cause a little more commotion. I'm telling people what to do. I'm like, oh, we need to go get this. We get some water, so we can, or get some alcohol.
Okay, roll for leadership. Go ahead.
Sure.
You think he's gonna get recommended?
11.
11.
Yeah.
So what do you want them to do?
I just want people to like start acting, start like doing stuff. Like maybe instead of before you said it was very professional, I want it to look a lot like what it looked like in the other kitchen. Everybody's like busy, everybody's like just,
Okay,
like,
everyone is busy right now. Everyone's getting water. Everyone's
Yeah,
trying to
get some
bandage
alcohol,
him.
like, just, like,
The waiter who was talking to you, Ivor, just looks at you and just gives you like a shake of the head.
Just concentrate on staying conscious. Don't worry about me. Don't tell this to you.
He wasn't the one who was stabbed. It was his friend that was stabbed.
Oh, this guy.
Ivor's just giving a disappointed look, but he's also busy.
I thought a servant was stabbed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a server was stabbed. Yeah, a waiter.
All right, and now I fucking just muffle, and I try to sneak out to the door.
Okay. Right now you're detected, so technically muffle won't help you.
Oh, that was my point, like making people do shit.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So you want to cast muffle, and what does it do?
Just adds +3 my sneak,
Okay, go ahead. Roll.
and then plus sneak, so it's gonna be plus total 5.
I have disadvantage.
I
I have disadvantage, and you tell me what you roll.
got a total of 16.
I got a 5. So you're good, and you sneak out of the kitchen area. And Yvonne looks at you and says, "What happened in there?"
No, I want to stay out the other door.
Oh, the other door into the castle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're in a hallway right now. Yeah, and you guys are back in the throne room now. He says, "Rise," and you all stand up. And he says, "Thank you for your commitment to our family."
Can I note that my fingers were crossed during my oath?
That's noted.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So you guys accomplish this oath, and now he says, we can have you stay here for the night, but you can't sleep in the castle forever. I mean, if you want to work for us, you probably need to find a place in town to stay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. My assistant here will guide you to your quarters for the night, and a short gnome comes up to all of you, and says, "Come with me, please. I will bring you to your rooms."
Excuse me, Lord Fawn. When should we report back to you?
Mopatar.
Mopatar, sorry.
will-
Castle Fawn is Castle
She's just
Fawn.
saying she's
Lord
fond
Mopatar.
of you.
Anyways, my question is, when do we report back for our first mission as your new guards or whatever?
Well, we have been having a few issues in the local region lately. Some strange things have been happening, and I guess my guards have not really been. Yeah, we've had many deaths recently. The people I've sent to investigate have not returned. So that could be one thing that might interest you, but I'm not sure that I would like to put my son's friends through such an experience.
We're brave.
Information gathering is our speciality, actually.
Really?
Yes.
When you mean not returned, not even their bodies?
Well, I've had a recent news that there was some strange activities going on near a mountain to the west of here, Mount Teros. But I don't know. I'm still waiting for an answer from the captain that I sent with his troop there. So.
Well, we'll go set up. We'll go rest in the chambers that you're letting us use for the night, and in the morning we'll gather our stuff and report back to you, and we can decide how we should proceed.
Yeah, it's a choice. I don't want to impose this on all of you. You're friends of my son's, so the last thing I would want to do is put you through this.
I live to work. Your lordship. We'll see you in the morning.
Very well.
Thank you.
He looks impressed with you.
And our condolences.
Yes, of course. Thank you. So Faris says, "Come with me, please," and asks you guys to follow him to his room. To his room.
Oh!
To your room.
This took a turn.
Here we go. With the
And we're
dwarves.
back. Dungeons and Dragons XXX.
Roll a constitution.
Yeah, so you guys each have your own individual room for the night. You're staying in the guest pavilion. As you guys approach the residential quarter, you're hearing a strange commotion coming from a spiral staircase down on one floor. You hear screaming coming from there, and you hear like clattering of plates, and you hear all sorts of shouting voices coming from downstairs.
I tell the gnome, we are about to start work for the very important Lord Mokhtar, and we need a way to report back to him. Unfortunately, none of us know how to read.
Wait,
I'm
what?
pretty sure I know how to
I know
read.
how to read.
I'm bluffing.
Always lying.
What's your plan? Okay, go.
So we will require somebody, perhaps a bard. Or...
Do you guys say that you know how to read out loud?
I don't know your plan. I don't see how this is going.
I don't know.
Can you let me?
Okay, go.
All right. So we would require somebody to accompany us on our journeys and our quests that we do for Lord Mokhtar. Do you have anybody in the castle who was perhaps not very literate, perhaps a bard or a jester, or somebody that could accompany us in our mission?
A jester? Well, we haven't had a jester here in quite a while. A bard? There is a bard. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. What is that noise? Let's all go see.
I'm not sure. It sounds like something's going on down there. But my duty was to bring you to your rooms. I think I'd...
I'm not listening anymore. I'm walking towards the noise.
I follow him to the room. I'll go check out the noise in a second.
Yeah. The room is a fancy room with these yellow curtains, and there's a fruit platter laid out.
Yeah.
And there's a running water fountain in the room with a wash basin.
Oh my god, I have so much stuff to wash. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
There's a private shower,
Oh.
and there's
my
all
God.
scented candles.
Is that in the party, guys?
Yeah, Locke, you move down to the ground floor, where you're in a hallway right now. You come face to face with Fakur in the hallway, and you see him kind of sneaking like all crouched.
Oh, hey.
Hi. Who are you?
Name is Fukur.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice
You're
to
dressed
meet
as a jester.
Yeah, I know. I used to be a jester a couple years ago.
Oh, very nice.
One of the
You work at
best,
the
yeah.
castle?
There's no one there with you in the hallway
Okay,
right
so
now.
I just catch him up on everything, and then I tell him that we're gonna
I
bring
was
him in our
over there.
party.
No reason why.
So he should accompany us to all our missions.
Oh, that's a way better plan than what I was going for. Thanks, Terry. Jesus.
No more tricks, okay? That's the only condition. No more magic
promises.
tricks. Alright. Just bring some scrolls with you and a quill and a pen, and that's it.
Alright.
No more knives.
Okay. So do you sleep in his room or for the night? You guys can rest for the night until tomorrow morning. I guess you can stay in his room.
No, you gotta find your own place, man. Sorry.
Fine. I'll go back to see Aelin.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
While you guys do all your resting, you guys can fix your stats or whatever. We're gonna take a real life break of 5 minutes, and you guys can all level up as well.
I'm watching Mama's call.
Was I supposed to level up when I got here?
Yeah, you guys can also level up for the beginning of the year. I forgot to make you guys level up.
Oh,
Already
two levels.
Everyone just level up twice.
I
Also,
already leveled up once, so
what's on your sheet here?
Every level up is one additional skill point.
So it's one additional skill point, or you can assign the point to a skill max. So if you have 1 out of 1, you can bring it to 1 out of 2. And max the skill up, or a spell, you can increase the usage. Yeah. So now you're level 5.
I'm now level 28.
So change this to 5, and then you have 5 points you can assign to any of these.
Just 5 points. Ok, ouais, parce que tantôt c'était comme ça, on va les sortir.
Yeah, so you have 5 points you can assign.
If I add a point to wisdom, does it buff all the rest?
Exactly. So it's max 1 per thing, but if I was you, I would start with the left and move to the right. Does that make sense?
Ok, parce que tu peux max ça à 5.
No. So everything is max plus 1.
Okay.
Right? But if I ask you to roll religion, you have a 1 in wisdom.
Yeah.
That carries over.
Yeah.
So you have a plus 1 in religion by default.
Yeah.
Even if your religion is 0.
So, okay, the cap here on these skill points.
The cap is 1 on everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay, and then you get a knowledge. Okay, I get your point.
Yeah, but it carries over from
Okay,
left to
so
right.
definitely adding this in wisdom.
Yeah.
And does the limit increase? Wisdom is capped at 1 or?
It's capped at 1. Capped at 1. Yeah. Unless you reach the max on everything, then you can.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, but on everything across the board. So you can have any plus 0 than we go for 1.
So I put a +1 in 2 different things.
Yeah, because you level up twice.
But it can't be like a charisma, it has to be like a sub-skill thing. Is that right?
What's your charisma?
Well, it's
I have a
+1.
point to slash
Okay,
wound
well,
care, so you
yeah,
guys
have one-
have
everyone
units
will get
healing
two.
for slash wound.
Oh, that's. I actually have 4 slash wounds.
I have +4 for healing that, and I think I have a bunch of bandages, so
You guys are taking a long rest, so
I have nothing to read.
Oh, it's long rest now?
I've got like +3
Yeah.
for herbal medicine too.
I just rolled a
Nice.
d10.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
what is long resting?
So I'm gonna go to strength +2 because I already have 1 +1 on
By the way.
everything.
Spell-wise, comment ça fonctionne les levels up?
same thing. So instead of putting it for a skill, you could put your plus 1 to a spell
Okay.
and increase the max by
And
1.
if you want to learn new spells, you gotta discover.
That's your class.
Those are my sword.
Through your class, you can learn new spells.
Okay.
But
So then do I
after,
also add all
do you
the
see your
sword
class? It says after 1 game,
Okay.
you get a class.
Do we ever like take off some of these skills? What do we don't use?
No.
So if I have like a racial ability,
I never use that. I mean, I'm trying to tricks, but they end up being like other
Damage
stuff,
and
you know?
parry rolls.
No.
if I have a racial ability and it's like
Combat
persuasion
wrong
or
place,
something like
which makes
that,
it not make sense.
how do I
Yeah,
make it
plus
work into a
numbers.
game system?
Well, because I have to put it as a, so let me just work that for you.
Explain this to me one more time. The favored weapon.
Yeah. So let me do one thing at a time because I have to help everyone now.
No, everything at once, Milton. Be a doctor.
Coming.
Are you in med too?
No, I do. I've been a musician for a long time, and I also do computer programming now.
Oh.
Just started with a startup, and it's kind of crazy.
You have a startup.
Not mine.
Hmm.
Someone else's. I'm not there yet. I'm not like that kid yet.
What's it about?
It's pretty cool actually. It's like, it's kind of similar to a project I made already, but it's an entertainment service, and there's like a user application, and then also venues are able to like add their venue to the user application through like a different application that we're building right now. So it's kind of like we're making a way for venues to really promote themselves to users, and it's not like ugly photos from Yelp. And
What's it called?
it's called Lono. I don't know. The name is alright.
And like, who's it designed for? Like, you're saying
Like right now, it's just for Montreal, but it's gonna be for every city.
Okay.
Like the whole like slogan is like to make like anyone a local wherever you go.
Right.
So like you'll have access to like all the restaurants, all the venues. You can really like choose what stuff you like, and it'll show you what's around you.
Okay.
It's pretty nice.
How long have you been working there?
I just started like in the middle of November actually. I was doing like freelance stuff before that.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I'm only there till February 20th, and then it's like a 3-month contract, and then we find
you,
out
like,
if they get
programming,
funding.
or-
Yeah. I'm doing mostly front end stuff.
How, like in a team or just you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm on a team with like
Okay, so
4 dudes from
I put
India,
something
and
in
they're
packaging
insanely
for
better
wrestling.
than me.
and
It's
how-
like really crazy.
you have a
No,
section
I've
for
learned a lot,
wrestling.
yeah.
They-
So you know.
They work remote from India?
2 of them are still in India, and 2 of them just moved to Montreal.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're like from the company, they're not like up work or.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Do you think you'll get extended after that?
I hope so. Like, it depends if they get their funding, really. You know, because it's like the company's expanding right now. They just got a grant to like scale the back end, so that's really exciting. But like, yeah, startups
I
are
fixed it.
so they don't have money. So it all depends on if they get funding.
Your question about the favorite weapon.
Yeah, I'm just like still a little shaky on what that means.
Weapons are what make you who you are through your life. You have adapted to fight with all kinds of weapons. You have a specific weapon as your signature weapon. You get +1 bonus to attack.
Attack and damage and party roll, or is it +1 to attack? I'm just like the commas tripping me up.
And
Okay. So that would also include like my like the strength and like sword stuff I have already, right?
so that's only with that damage, with that special weapon.
Yeah. So I chose
And that
my
includes
sword
all,
of
all
freedom.
that includes all bonuses already applied to that weapon. Yeah.
Can my racial ability be used after I? that I
Wait, let me just finish this, and then you can ask me. Sword of Freedom here.
And my class is weapons master, by the way.
Oh, sweet.
Choose one simple or martial.
What race are you?
Human.
Not to be insensitive. But...
I wish I was an elf, but I'm human, so I've got elf envy.
Okay. Meat. Waste food.
Are you guys in the med school as well?
No.
No. I'm actually studying computer engineering. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the last one we're talking about.
Alright.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I didn't do like a degree in it or anything. I just went to one of those boot camps.
Yeah. But honestly, those might just be better.
It's like 12
For learning
It was
specifics.
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Now they've extended it to 12 weeks, and because when I was there, it was like 12 hours a day for 8 weeks.
It's gonna
So now it's like more like 8 hours a day for
You know
12
my friend
weeks,
Jock?
Just a little more civil.
Yeah.
He was her teacher at the boot camp.
Yeah, that's how I met Milton.
Oh,
Yay.
nice.
Jack's gonna tutor me. I'm gonna like start doing some math classes like online.
Damn.
Because I'm just like really enjoying.
Like for
learning
fun?
software. Just like I'll audit them, just so I can get better with computer programming.
Oh.
You know?
Those math classes are pretty hard sometimes.
Yeah,
Like-
but I've always loved math. I just like
Ouais.
never went to university because.
Yeah.
C'est quoi les faits, genre, déjà?
Oh, bah, je suis musician.
Sur le...
Yeah.
C'est...
No, no, I just
Ah, non,
don't
non,
know
non,
more.
un spell, désolé.
That's gonna help me a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
It's always
You can get to 1 and 2.
I'll work at a tech.
Okay, mais...
Instead of upping on the skill,
So, I'm
you
supposed to
put it on
buy
yourself.
instant stuff.
How's your second one?
Okay.
or find it.
Yeah, I honestly, I
Ashes,
probably just start
people.
looking.
Yeah.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
it's great.
I have financial aid.
Yeah.
Financial aid too.
Yeah.
And it like helps, of course, but I can't. I want to start working so badly. Like, but I finish at the end of February.
No, I'll leave it
In
like that.
January, I'm gonna find out if I'm selected for the stage en France. Which
Wow.
would look fucking good on a
Like it's
CV.
in France for in France for
We
yourself.
go take care of the gardens of the castle in France.
Oh my god, that's so beautiful.
So I'm really hoping,
Oh man.
and then
That's
after
cool.
that, start working. And I already have like some private clients, you know, so
Yeah,
for a little bit of cash, but
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Are you gonna do castles or in France? You don't know.
If
I'm selected- well,
Yeah,
it's,
work on
that's where they
castles.
send you. They send you to like there's different styles. If you're selected, you go for a month. You do 2 weeks in one castle, 2 weeks in another castle. They'll send you usually to Château de Vendry, which is a French style garden, and then they'll select another castle that has more of the English style garden. So you can like really try out both. And there's also je pense les Jardins de Monet or something like that. So it depends where the availabilities are. I'm gonna find all that out. Like I go back to school on Tuesday, so.
What do you do
That's
there?
so
The
sick.
castles?
So crazy.
I study horticulture, so we basically
Yeah.
take care of the gardens.
Be the gardener at the castle.
Yeah.
I smell bad. Don't smell me. Sorry, I need a shower.
Don't worry, I'm good.
I just, like, got off the plane and just crashed, and then just woke up and came here.
Should we start?
It's good that you got off the plane before that.
Right?
Yes.
It was an important step.
I'm just saying you don't want to crash while you're on the plane.
No.
You don't
God,
touch
there
it.
was so much fucking turbulence, so I'm usually okay flying, but like, oh my god. The little plane from the island to Vancouver. Oh my
Does it
shit.
make you nauseous?
It does make me
Also, scared. It makes you scared.
No.
Turbulence.
No, I almost
man, it
like
freaks me
grabbed
out,
onto the
man.
person next to me a few times. I was like, nope. Can't do
Can
that.
I use my race ability after I roll? Like say I want to add the +4 after I
No,
roll.
no. Unless it says you can. Like inspiration die, you can do that.
Oh, the coolest thing we did at the startup though, like there's a separate application for like special events in Montreal, and I got to build the whole thing with the maps that Uber made, Mapbox.
Really?
Mapbox is fucking sweet. It's way better than the Google Maps.
Yeah, Google Maps apparently it sucks when it comes to those things. Well,
Yeah.
that box.
So,
Fun.
you guys get woken up to the sound of a rooster cawing outside in the courtyard, and you just had the best night of your life, sleeping.
I have a question.
A very
Sorry,
comfortable
can
bed.
If we have to roll a d10 for healing, what do I do with my level 17 injury?
So that's just 17 hit points.
Okay, I don't understand how this works then anymore.
I'll just go.
Because before we were rolling a d20 to
Yep.
heal our injuries.
Yep.
I think
So
that's
you-
the rescue.
So you can't heal all of it in one night. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did you heal a bit for the rest that we had before coming in?
Yeah, I
Okay.
healed 2 minor injuries. I have a level 17 injury now, and we just had a big rest.
I didn't know you were a minor. Just kidding. Sorry. Wow.
So we just had a long rest, and I still rolled d10. It's just gonna have to be done in two rolls.
Yeah, but it's a long rest, so you have. Do you see that I put resting rules in your character sheet just now?
Okay.
If you just scroll down, you can see how it works. Short rest, medium rest, extended rest, sleep, and that's how they work.
Where? Okay.
See it? Yeah.
Yeah. So 1d10 plus 2 level.
2 times level.
Okay, 2 times level hit points. Yeah, so we just had an extended rest. No, we had a sleep.
You had a sleep, yeah, but a sleep can count as a medium rest.
Sleep with bed.
Sorry, as an extended rest. As an extended rest.
Okay, they're 2 different bullet points.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So
I
I
don't understand
can.
that. Yeah, 2d20 plus 2 times level.
Yeah, exactly.
So like my level times 2.
Because the more level you have, the higher hit points you have, so you need more help.
Oh, so I can definitely
by the way.
heal. Like just my level points
Yeah,
will
yeah.
heal what I have.
Yeah.
I don't even need to roll.
Yeah, sorry, it should say on your skills,
Plus 2
Because my level,
HP.
plus
my
2
level's
HP per
28.
level.
I don't
Yeah.
even need to roll to heal. I automatically heal
Je
just from
commence
my
à
level.
penser sur ce
56.
chien quand j'ai vu
no, you should roll because you could roll a 1 on both 20s. And then you'll be rolling like.
Yeah, but
It doesn't matter if I'm adding.
Plus 2 times your
my
level?
I heal everything.
I might nerf
always.
that. I'm experimenting
Yeah,
it.
because like
I'm just gonna heal myself. Then?
Go with what you have today, and then I might nerf it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I healed. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll pause. Everyone carry on.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
That's my job. Don't worry.
Okay. Cool.
You good?
Don't
Yeah.
even need to roll.
Also, remember to add hit points. So every time you level up, you gain 2 hit points.
Yeah.
So you guys just leveled up twice.
Yeah, yeah.
So you should gain 4 hit points.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 max hit points.
28, 56.
Okay.
56.
Caw in the morning. You guys have free reign now. Do you go and you speak to Lord Mopitar?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that first.
Get this show on the road.
You get an audience with Lord Mopitar in the morning, and there's a strange jester just hanging out there with you guys. He says, "And who might this be?"
Lord Mobitar, since I do not do well with the arts of reading and writing, I met this jester in the castle, and he's agreed to accompany us on our journey to write back reports to you.
He says, "I heard a strange disturbance about a jester in the castle. Do you think this might be related?"
Perhaps. He's very clumsy, and he's very bad at being a jester, but he's a very good reader and writer.
All right, you can roll for persuasion.
Oh, but can I say first that he could show you one of his tricks. I rolled a 5.
Oh shit.
He says, "I heard that you stabbed one of my servants in our residential quarter. How did you even get into this castle?
Oh, you should probably ask the guards on the east side. They took my loot, so I couldn't do any of my normal tricks. So I had to play with the kitchen knives, and then the kitchen knife fell into his arms. Honestly, it's a whole debacle. I don't know. Your head chef really wanted me to do a trick. I don't know what's going on in your kitchen, but really it was a mess.
Persuasion.
I'm gonna use my amulet too. Plus 4. 19 plus 4. 23.
23. Well, look, fine, but just be careful with those knives of yours, okay?
I don't have any more left. I don't know.
I don't want you getting, anyone else hurt around here. But if they think that you can help them, then that's good. Have you made a decision about what we discussed yesterday?
Yes, of course. We want to see what's going on with your captain, as frankly we're worried about him.
Fine.
Can I get my weapons back, by the way?
No! Sorry, that was a joke. Out of game.
Charisma?
Maybe if you persuade him with a magic trick.
Right, I just did 5 charisma.
And you should roll those fucking 19. God.
Is that 10, 11?
So he says, I think it's best if you just stick to reading and writing for the team.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm,
Oh,
yeah.
when I said weapon, I meant one of my pen, obviously, and quill.
Yes, we can... Faris, equip them with quills and parchment. You get two pieces of parchment in your documents pouch, and you get one quill with ink.
Draw.
in your tools pouch.
You like
Quills are
pass.
kind of pointy too, though. Be careful.
I'm not that bad, right? I'm also a trained assassin, you know?
Wait, you're trained what?
Oh, nothing.
So
I'm a trained ass, alright?
Faris brings you the quill and the paper on a little pillow, and you can take that from him. And he says, "Okay, listen very carefully. The captain's name is Captain Elswood. He went to Mount Teros, about a day to the west of Castle Fawn. Now, originally the reason we had sent him was because there's been strange disappearances in the town at the foot of the mountain, Teros town. Usually I send a small dispatch of guards, but I sent somebody superior to my regular dispatch. Captain Elswood has a lot of experience. He's worked for me for many years. I sent him there, and I haven't heard a word from him in a week. He was supposed to report to me and send me a letter within the first 7 days of him being there, and nothing's happened. So maybe that has something that's worth investigating.
Nalswood, right?
Elswood, his name is.
Alexis.
Yeah.
I have a question, sir. Is there anybody in the town who, maybe like an elder or sage, who might know some history about the place, who might know about maybe some type of curse or something that's preventing people from coming back?
To be honest, it's a very small hamlet. I don't think you'd find anybody there who
I can probably
knows much of it. The local people might know something.
Okay.
Maybe those are worth asking.
What's she history knowledge?
Okay, so you can roll, potentially.
We can talk about it later.
Okay.
So he says, do this for me, and I'll pay you all in advance 200 Arayan. You can all add 200 Arayan to your wallets, and he says, another 200 will be waiting for you when you return. You guys can write that down too in your journals or whatever. Keep track of who owes you money. Sounds good?
Yep.
So you guys can go out into town and get ready for your trip. Yeah.
Can we stock up on provisions from your kitchen before we leave?
Yes, help yourselves from the kitchen. Our food is yours.
Actually, I don't go to the kitchen.
How much do we have?
I'm gonna fill my water skin.
You don't have to tell me if you presume that it's plausible, then you can just do it. Yeah.
But it's 3 drinks, right, Max? Or 2?
Whatever's written on your water skin. Is that
It just said 0 next to it.
so? Put 0 out of 3. Yours, yeah. Okay, so Where do you guys go right now?
Go to Elswood. Unless you guys need to go to.
I just want to pass by.
To Mount Terror.
Well, you can grab your weapons from the
Yeah,
guards.
I'm gonna go with some guards.
So on your way out of the castle, there's a hallway between the throne room and the courtyard, and everybody roll your perception.
Plus
6.
That's one.
Perception, c'est dans quel tree, genre, en dessous de...
That's intelligence.
6.
Intelligence.
Mhm.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
I have 12.
4.
Okay.
Ooh, 19.
What did you roll?
6.
What did you roll?
9.
You?
6.
6 and you?
12.
12. Okay. Killen. As you're walking, you bump into somebody, and and the person drops like 16
Wait,
scrolls.
I got 19.
Yeah, she rolled
Can
the
I see it
lowest.
with it? Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. You guys also so you bump into somebody who drops 16 scrolls.
Yeah.
It's a man. Who rolled the highest? Merilith?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a man that you notice is wearing a snake ring.
Oh my
Two
god.
golden snakes.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
And he drops 16 scrolls on the ground. He's got this big beard with a goatee
We gotta figure out who this guy
and
is.
a big blue robe. And he looks at you. Ah! Crap! Damn it! Who are you? Why the hell would you not watch where you're going?
I try to look.
Move out of my way!
I try to look at the scrolls. What's written on them?
They're all rolled up and tied up. You can't see what's on them.
You're
Yeah.
trying to steal one?
We gotta figure out who this guy is. He's important.
He walks away and walks past the hallway.
I
I'm
follow.
gonna walk
Can I-
after him.
okay.
Walk after him quickly.
You all walk-
No,
you
no,
all-
no, no, we gotta sneak. You
We'll
have
let
to
them
walk away, yeah.
So you guys all kind of sneak together?
No, we just let him sneak.
No, just let him sneak. Yeah,
Guys, please just get my weapons.
yeah.
I'll do this.
Well, if
Just
we
I'm
get your
leaving my
weapons, we
loot
can't go
back.
back into the castle anyway. You only get your weapons when you leave.
I need to know who's sneaking down the hallway after him.
Yes.
Just me. Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting the weapons, I guess.
Can't we just stop him and question him? Why do we have to sneak?
Because we're in the castle, a place we work. I don't know.
Yeah, just stop him. Just
Yeah,
stop him.
actually, that's a fair point.
Go ahead.
Like, we work for...
He opens a door leading to a spiral staircase going upwards.
Okay, I'm just gonna, like, walk and
Yo!
put my sword there and be like, stop. We have some questions.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Roll me intimidation.
Alright, what do I have for that? Where's intimidation? Okay, so I just have +1. 8.
Yeah, you walk up and you put your sword in front of him and you close the door
Yeah.
before he can open it.
Yeah.
He lowers his hand off of the doorknob and looks at you, and in his eyes you just see two dead eyes, like two soulless eyes that remind you of like a cruelty that you've never really seen before in anyone's eyes,
Nice.
and you feel just a little nauseous in your stomach.
Can I roll for...
Wait, and then he says I don't. No one orders me around here. Step aside before you get hurt.
Uh-oh. Do you have a zircon crystal with you?
He looks left. He looks right. he leans in and charisma. Roll me charisma.
Okay. Okay.
What are you trying to do?
So I can do it again.
What are you trying to do?
It's a
Intimidate,
+5.
likability.
I don't know. I mean, I want him to like me because I want to figure out who he is. So 18.
18.
Excuse.
He says, "What are you talking about? What did you hear about that?"
It's just something I heard whispers about. My good friend Ty Kiso mentioned it to me, and I'm wondering. Tell me about it. He's such a knob.
Come with me.
Okay.
He opens his door, leading up to the spiral staircase, and you walk up with him.
All right.
What do you get?
We're all in the hallway, or are we with
You're all in the hallway. You all saw this
Someone
happen.
sneak behind him.
I'm coming.
Yeah, we're all
On
coming.
the earring.
I have a hollow zircon crystal. What prompted you to
I guess
ask
we
that?
follow
I
her.
don't. I'm.
Are you sneaking right now, all of you?
No, just straight up.
I walk. Yeah, I straight up walk in.
It's a company.
I walk in.
He says, "Who are these people with you?
Oh, these are my team.
What are you doing in this castle?"
Right now we're working for Lord Mopapar. I can never say it.
Mopitar.
Mopatar. Mopatar. He's about to send us on a mission. But right
And-
now we're just.
And what brought you to Taikiso? Look, I don't want to speak with the rest of your team. You're coming with me.
Okay.
Actually, do they know about Taikiso as well?
This Meredith knows about Taikiso. You should include her in this conversation.
I've changed my mind. You can all come.
Okay.
Come with me. He leads you up a spiral staircase, 4 flights of stairs up into the eastern wing of the castle, and you're on the top floor of the castle now. He turns around and and you see that the top of the staircase leads to just one single door, with like 3 locks on it. He pulls out 3 keys, unlocks, puts the keys back into his robe, opens the chamber door. And as you step through, you notice a large diamond-shaped room. It's quite large. I'd say it's 30 feet across, the midline of it. And in this room, there's all sorts of strange, arcane things. You see large glass vials of different shapes with different colored potions, some of them boiling and fuming, some of them inactive. You see large shelves with different ingredients labeled on them. In the center, you see a large wooden table with a stone sculpture shaped in various angles with strange purple writing on it and etchings on it. And at the far end of this diamond room is another opening, but it's an archway. And on that archway, it's just black, as if it was painted black. So it looks like it's an opening to something, but it looks like this opening is just... it's not undulating or showing any signs of it being a portal. It just looks like a black wall. Yeah.
I quickly take a look around the room to try to see just to get a better understanding of what we're seeing right now, using my knowledge of like history, nature, and religion, and arcana. So
Sense magic.
yeah.
So what are you looking for exactly?
Well, I mean, you described like an altar with like
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued by that. I'm
Yeah.
also intrigued by the potential like second door. Or
Sure.
portal.
Which one do you want to roll for?
Let's go with the altar first.
Sure.
So I get +2 on my phone. I have 21.
21. Yeah, so this looks like some sort of a magical enchantment that's been placed on a stone of a certain quality or essence that helps the enchantment in some way. You don't know exactly what kind of enchantment. I rolled pretty high too. And you're not exactly sure what kind of stone this is. But you've read about things like this before. Often.
So it's a table to enchant stuff, basically? Or?
No, the enchantment is applied on the stone, and the stone could be used as a channel for different types of
And the
spells.
stone is on the altar.
It's on the altar, yeah, in the center of the room, yeah. It's a irregularly shaped stone.
As for the dark hallway, do I roll for that as well? Because I took a glance at that, and then I glanced at the hallway.
We'll get to you. You can try that again later. What do you guys do?
Can I? Sorry, what's that word I'm looking for?
Chilling?
I mean, I do also want to just roll for perception, I guess, in that room.
What are you looking for?
I don't know, anything to do with the girls, or like any signs that there would be like, maybe that's like a sacrificial room, or I don't know, anything to do with the girls, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Perception.
So I just think I just said +1, yeah. Critical 1.
Critical 1. Yeah, you approach his sort of vial area where he keeps all his vials, and you're kind of looking.
Get some acid.
You're looking around, and you notice one of the potions has like a strange pink smoke coming out of it, and you kind of hover over it, and it penetrates your nostrils, and you just your vision starts turning pink a little bit. The whole room is turning pink, and things are distorting a little bit. You're gonna take 9 points of psychic damage right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is she high though?
Yeah.
A Lacos, could you tell us a little bit about the history of this place and who you are?
He turns around and he closes the door and he says, "This is my laboratory. I'm the court wizard. I work for Lord Mopatar here. My name is Hamel. Tell me a bit more about yourselves. So, what brought you here, and maybe is there some way I can help you on your mission? Anything I can do to help?"
Well, I guess I step up and I just say, I'm Skrull. I'm also a wizard. I'm quite interested in what you're studying right now, especially that altar.
Oh yes, these altars are ways that I can channel magic and do various interesting things.
Like fill phylacteries with a lich, for example? Perhaps?
He stops answering the initial question.
I don't understand anything.
Okay, so the reason...
fine.
Well, you can't explain it now.
Okay, sorry.
It's fine.
Who are you?
My name is Meredith Astino.
Pretty good.
I switched 2 letters in my name.
You're right. One could use this potentially to build a phylactery and store a lich inside, potentially controlling it from a far place. But
As far as, say, Monroe?
oh, even further than that.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Tell us more. Go on.
Yes,
You must be
please
a
do share
powerful
your
wizard.
research.
You're right. You're right. These enchantments aren't easy to come by, and it takes a lot of years of training to create such an enchantment.
Yes, how did you learn? You're amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really,
Oh, you're awesome.
I really appreciate it. I mean, a lot of our services go unappreciated in
Just
these
follow where I
parts.
see it, you know?
No, thank you. But yes, actually, one of my proudest projects. And then he moves towards the black-colored door, and he hovers his hand over it, and all of a sudden, like the black kind of like washes away, and it shows a different room. This one is also diamond-shaped, but this one has a sort of smaller indentation in the center of it, kind of like a staircase going down in a diamond shape. And at the bottom of the staircase is a pool of water. And in this pool of water, in the center, is like a sort of large lily pad. And on the lily pad is a white flower, blooming very spectacularly, quite large, maybe 5-6 feet large. And he says, "Yeah, actually, this is one of my finest creations."
I try to use my knowledge of nature to see what the flower is to impress him before he says it.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of take a look around the flower, and you walk over to the side and roll for knowledge.
I have 13.
13. Yeah. So you notice about this flower that it's way. Actually, I'm gonna write this to you on Facebook. Yeah. Do you guys want to investigate something else about it?
I wanted to look around the room just to see if there's anything like
To grab.
to grab, like 100%, or maybe from far too, because I got the magic hand. So I just want to be like, oh, is there anything I could like maybe steal?
So perception check.
Yo, this is a powerful wizard. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like super scary.
I want this stuff.
I just
I've
wanna-
had to fight a wizard before.
Fuck.
Well, if you
Got
saw
you
that,
back, though.
if you saw that too fast, you know.
I'm not stealing it.
You guys
I'm
can't
looking around.
talk
Okay.
because you can't telepathy with each
I
other.
take a sneaky peek at my vial of Spectre Ash
Yeah.
to see if it's like going nuts right now with glowing.
For your vial spectrash,
Mm-hmm.
it is not glowing right now.
Can I have like.
But
plus one wisdom and
wait, do you go
knowledge.
next to the flower
Okay then.
to see if it glows there?
Well, like if it was glowing.
It was not
when
glowing
I
in the
was-
other room.
No, I know, but I mean, like in the past, it glows when I'm like kind of near something. If it's glowing, it's something in the room. Like I don't know if that. you
Well,
know what I
you're
mean?
in the
Like-
first room and it's not glowing. What do you do?
I'm gonna roll because I've got wisdom and herbology, so can I roll to investigate the flower with that?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll, and I'll message you. Yeah.
No,
Nope. Never mind.
No, you don't investigate the room or anything like
just
that.
listening to the guy.
So can I talk to the guy?
I'll
be like, I would just say this light coming from the planet is a bit odd.
first I have to do this. What did you roll? Or yeah, you can't really tell much out of it. Do you guys look inside the water?
Yeah, totally.
So you see the water, it's like a black surface. And there's a reflection, so you can see yourself on it. But you can't see through the water. You can't see what's under it. Yeah.
I'm not in this room, by the way. I stayed in the other room.
You stay in the other room. What are you looking for?
Nothing, you know. I'm just fucking chilling.
You're just chilling?
I was a little uneasy.
You said you were looking for a weapon.
I wasn't looking for a weapon. I was literally just looking for anything of value.
Anything of value? Okay.
Not
We're
necessarily
going to go to Locke and then we're going to go to you.
I just want to talk to the guy.
What do you want to ask him?
What is this?
This, my friend, this is my proudest creation. It's probably what I feel that I've accomplished the most in this life, to be honest. Life is quite short, even if you live hundreds of years. At the end of the day, it's all the same.
How many years have you lived?
More than I can count now.
Wow.
This is a flower of Idis. Idis is my lord. Idis is who I serve.
I use my knowledge of religion to figure out which god that is.
Sure, you can go ahead
Which
and look.
like alignment he is.
Alignment?
Alignment, sorry. Oh, I failed. 4.
Or?
I just don't know.
You have no clue, yeah.
Damn. Can you tell us more about your lord?
The Lord of Light.
Idis is in love with the goddess Morel. Desperately trying to win her favor. Over millennia he's been trying. But
Take
we,
a hint, huh?
his followers, our job is to help our Lord. That's why we create these flowers as offerings. Offerings to the goddess Morel and hope that one day she would finally see it as for who she really is.
I suppose these flowers take a lot of energy or nutriments to bloom like this.
Roll. Charisma.
Okay, so the goddess Morale, what's the god?
Wait, I think
Idis.
it's me a point of deception. No, 0. Shred this.
10?
Yeah.
It's funny you should say that. Yeah, these flowers don't come easily. Very, very, very hard to create one. Often they create all sorts of strange disturbances in the nearby area. Very, very difficult to control.
Disturbances, such as?
Well, maybe it's best if I showed you. And all of a sudden, the lights start to dim and the candles start to flicker as everyone roll perception.
+1.
20.
Plus 4.
14.
8.
8? Who rolled the highest?
20.
20. Banshee, Pete.
Oh, natural 20?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So if you roll a natural 20, do you have intelligence as a core skill already?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a perception as a core skill?
No, just magic.
So you can add perception as a sub skill.
Oh.
Perception plus 0. You can add that as a sub skill below intelligence. Yeah. And with a 20, you guys are all looking at the water.
21.
That's fine. Scrawl, you notice the petals move as if something is parting them. And you notice 3 long fingers, very pointy at the tips of them, parting 2 petals aside. And
Flower with hands.
from between 2 petals emerge 2 large horns, and under these horns is like a white-colored skull with a gaping mouth, no eyes, and I'm sending you all an image. As this creature, maybe 7 feet and a half tall, emerges from between the petals of the flower and snarls with a beastly growl. Everyone roll initiative.
Whoa! It's scary with no eyes.
Wizards attacking us?
No, look at the picture.
That's attacking us, but the wizard just summoned
He
it.
summoned it to attack us, though,
What
right?
a dick.
What
What
am
do
I
I
supposed to roll?
Initiative.
Backwards initiative again.
Fuck you. That's
Where is it?
17.
On the Facebook.
I can't remember what it is. It's not.
19.
Let's see. Okay.
19?
One,
I got 2, so I'm gonna play.
What did you get?
17.
17? So 17, what did you get?
5.
17, 19? Anyone beat 19?
No.
No, okay, so we're going to start with
I
Locke.
got one.
Locke, you get to go first. What did you roll?
Oh.
What did you roll?
Classy.
What did you 5? Okay, so it's going to be Locke, and then it's going to be you, and then we're going counterclockwise.
I rolled a critical one, by the way.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's
So
neutral.
the monster attacks us, right? From
Not necessarily. The monster has not attacked you, but you get initiative right now
so
to react.
just tell us what's happening. Like, isn't the monster in the portal, or
The monster
It's
in
a
the,
monster
in the
from the
flower.
and the flower was in the pool,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
and we're in the room inside
Around the pool.
around the pool. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not a voter.
he's not. No.
So I'm gonna just attack the monster with my warhammer.
Whoa!
Wait,
Whoa!
why?
Hang on, it's not attacking us.
We don't know if it's bad.
Yeah.
Why did we roll for initiative then?
Yeah, great. Why did you?
I mean, you can do whatever you want now.
Yeah, I guess.
We're not gonna
So
stop you.
it's gonna attack us. So like it's attacking us or not? Like what's going on? He just emerges and we
It
gotta
It
attack
just
him?
emerges.
Hey,
Yeah.
wizard, is this thing gonna attack us? What's happening?
The wizard looks at you and he says, I can have you going around telling people who I am and what I've done. I think it's better that all of you remain here.
I swing my
That's
warhammer
rude.
at the wizard.
The wizard starts elevating himself. You're going to have to roll against the wizard now. Go ahead.
Okay. What am I rolling? Strength or
Whatever you want.
strength? So like to attack, right?
Yeah.
So I have a +4. So 16.
Okay. Yeah. The wizard starts elevating himself, and you bring in your warhammer down, and he comes and creates a small force field, absorbing your blow. And now it's your turn.
This is all happening in the other room.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, now I fucking like straight up look for shit like you just. I'm like starting to take vials and stuff. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So like, I'm like taking some vials.
You see like 7 small vials.
Okay, what colors are they? Just give me some colors.
You got purple, you got black,
Grab that
you
one,
got
that big
turquoise, you got some of them that are turquoise and yellow, you got some of them that are like, they got like green clumps inside of them. One of them is just pure red, it looks like blood, you're not sure.
This is the only thing I see that could actually be of any use in a fight here.
And you can roll for perception,
Yeah.
see if you find anything else.
Not 4.
4? Okay, yeah, no, you just notice that there's like a closet and there's like a dresser, but nothing else.
You find a quill.
You have close
Right
it.
enough.
Marilyn.
Fuck my life.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna use my mace, and I'm going to attack the, thing.
Attack the creature?
The creature.
Yeah, so there's a pool of water in between you and the creature. You jump over the pool of water onto the flower.
Fuck, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, roll. Go ahead and roll.
Dexterity for jumping.
Yeah.
20,
20?
not natural. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You jump onto the flower and you hit with your mace straight into the creature's flank, dealing 9 points of damage to the creature. I'm gonna keep track over here of
9
9
points
points
of
of creature
damage.
of bludgeoning damage.
What's the reaction of the creature?
You kind of create like a small crack in the creature's plate, but you can't see the reaction because we're still in bullet time, killing.
Okay, wait, and I made contact with my mace, so
Yeah.
I want to roll to paralyze.
Okay, go ahead.
8.
I rolled a 19 plus 5, 24. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go after the wizard. I wanna take my Demborn throwing knife, which I have +5 on, and I have a vial of tranquilizer
Ooh.
on list drop vial. Can I cover the knife in the tranquilizer and then try to throw it at the wizard?
Sure, but you'll get disadvantage on the throw.
I'm gonna use
'Cause you're
an
wasting-
advantage
'cause
to
you're
cancel that.
That's fine. Okay. Go
I'm
ahead.
wasting what?
Because you're wasting time with the whole imbuing.
Oh, I'm
Do
so
many
bad.
actions.
I'm so bad. No.
We'll see.
Okay, so +5. Fuck you guys. 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not so much.
let's see what the wizard can do. Okay, yeah. So with a 11, wait. So you're tossing a dagger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You managed to scrape the wizard's arm, dealing 1 point of damage.
Does he get a little
How
tired?
many
And he does. I mean, like it looks like a slight amount has like entered his bloodstream, but not much.
Okay.
Is it my
So he's sleepy. A
Yeah.
little bit.
Yes.
No, it's my turn
But
now.
now everyone gets advantage on hitting him, right? Huh? Just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding. JK. Unless.
Okay.
He's floating in the air.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the wizard is gonna aim for Killen, and he's gonna try to telekinese her into the pond.
Oh no!
Yeah. So
How can I resist that? I don't know.
magic resistance. That would fall under intelligence. Yeah. Here we go.
No, I only have magic.
I have a 10.
I have like magic +1. That doesn't count for anything, right? I don't have magic resistance.
Magic resistance falls under magic. Yeah, you can use magic. It's fine.
Okay, so then I have magic, so +1.
Yeah. I beat my 10.
Oh. 16.
16. Yeah, so you slip and fall, but you don't fall into the water. You don't take any damage. Your turn.
I'm gonna cast fear on the wizard.
Go ahead and try.
Nice.
I have a bonus from my mage robe and mage hood that I'm probably gonna use.
You don't have to tell me about that. You can just use it.
Okay, so I guess I just roll for it's an attack roll.
Yeah. You can add your magic modifier as
I
well.
add all my magic modifiers.
Just tell me the total. Yeah.
When are we allowed to toss? Like,
You can say one line per turn.
12.
Hmm?
12.
12. Yeah. So and what does fear say? It's against his what modifier?
Hold on.
His wisdom, I think.
Make a creature flee against intelligence.
Against his intelligence. Yeah, so you cast fear, and he just looks like slightly disturbed by you a little bit, and he looks a little bit confused. But it's gonna be your turn
I
now.
want to yell out to him, but can I also move after I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to yell out to him, go get the castle guards and inform the lord that his wizard has just betrayed him.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. Your turn.
And then I'm-
Sure, I just thought if we start running.
Okay.
Okay, then I want to attack the wizard again.
Go ahead and roll.
20.
20. Natural 20?
No.
Not natural 20. Okay, so Locke, you run up to the wizard and you try to clonk him straight into the
Oh,
abdomen.
sorry, I want to use the weapon's ability to add 1 dice 3 bludgeoning damage to all successful attacks with the Warhammer.
Okay. And you get him straight in the abdomen.
And I get an extra roll for intimidation on the target after a successful hit.
Okay. Yeah. So you deal 7 points of damage to the wizard.
Plus the bludgeoning damage, or included?
Yeah. Plus the bludgeoning damage is how much?
1d3.
So go ahead and roll. Do you have a
I
d3?
don't have D3.
Let me get you one.
Oh, this is actually to roll.
1d3. Yeah. There we go.
What is it?
1.
1. Okay. So you get an extra point of damage on him.
So 8
So
damage.
32. I don't know.
And,
Yeah.
and I get a roll for intimidation as well, because it's the Warhammer of Fear.
Go ahead and try. Yeah.
Is it a d20?
Yeah.
What is it, 7 or 1?
It's a 7. Yeah, so that doesn't land, and you don't successfully intimidate him. But he does seem a little bit disturbed already, so we're going to say that you dealt an extra 3 damage on him.
10 damage.
Yeah. The monster's going to go now. So the monster looks at Merilith, is going to try to bite Merilith on the shoulder. And that's a 19 plus 6, 25.
Okay, well, I'm wearing my chest plate. Hang on, some stuff has changed.
So you take 25 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Sorry,
Oh my God.
not 25. Sorry. Do you roll for dexterity or something to move out of the way?
I want to roll for armor proficiency. Okay.
We can't roll for armor proficiency.
Why? You bit me.
You use your armor just as a absorption. You can roll for dexterity or something else.
Oh wait, but I have. Hang on a second. Gosh, where is it? It's in here somewhere. Sorry. Strength. Armor proficiency. I have.
Don't worry, it's okay.
I have +3 armor proficiency.
Yeah.
And then, so I can't use that?
You can use it as a dexterity. We'll change it. We'll put it to something else after.
Okay, so what can I do then?
Block, parry, push him off, dexterity away from him.
I guess I'll parry.
Okay, go ahead and try.
So I can't.
Roll.
What is it?
13, but I don't have. I have strength +1. No,
Oh.
melee combat +2.
Okay, so total of 15.
15.
Okay, yeah, so 24 minus 15, that's 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay, and my chest plate can take 10 of those, so
Exactly.
I'm left with 1 out of 10.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But you don't have to ask me, you could just do
Okay,
put,
I'm
it,
just
put,
checking
put that
because
in.
this is
Yeah,
all
that's fine.
new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now it's your turn. Parkour?
I just ran down the stairs.
You're running to the door and you're touching the door, and all of a sudden you realize the door is just, it's not made of wood anymore. It's made of like marble. It feels like a marble.
This is like the end of the stairs.
To get into the stairs, you can't even get into the stairs.
Shit.
Yeah, the door is just like turned to marble all of a sudden.
Fuck. Alright, well, I feel extremely useless at this point.
What do you do?
I go straight to the fucking dresser and open it, see if there's anything in there.
You found the room.
Yeah.
Find an exploded potion. Throw it at the fucking door.
Yeah.
Any of these potions do use, I don't want to fucking risk it.
Just throw everything.
I was thinking about that, but like, what if half of them make it stronger, the other half like kill him?
Fuck it. Chaos.
Okay, this is what you find
Cicero, man.
in the closet.
Je vais devant la photo, hein, like, oh god.
Or you could try to destroy the stone on the altar.
That sounds bad, man.
Fuck it.
Yeah, you find someone who looks like this.
Is he alive or dead?
His eyes are open, and he's looking at you.
I just close it. Yeah, just fire. Oh, okay.
Roll me perception.
Fuck.
Doesn't sound good.
Actually, roll me dexterity. So use that roll for dexterity.
Okay, that's 9 plus. Just dexterity, nothing specific.
No.
Plus 1, so 10.
Yeah. A hand breaks through the dresser and grabs you by the chest as this man steps out and looks at you.
So it's right to the dresser and he steps out. Okay.
Yeah. And he's holding you up like 3 feet in the air and just looking at you with his piercing blue eyes.
What's
What
your
does it
name,
say?
sir? I can just talk my way out of things. So.
Where is he?
He's actually right out. He's right just down the hall. She said Black World, or you could go see him through there. If you want to go talk to him, just leave me down, you know.
Charisma?
Right.
This
Just
guy wants to kill the wizard. What's left to do?
13 plus 1, 14.
14. He grabs you and he throws you against the wall. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage to the right shoulder.
Oh my god.
And he starts walking towards the second room. Everybody, I'm going to send a picture of what this guy looks like.
No, now we see, all of us see him, right?
Yeah, I just
Is it
sent a
an ally
picture.
or a foe?
Sorry, gosh.
It's okay, don't worry.
Yikes.
Merilith, it's your turn. You see this man step into the second chamber.
Okay.
Does he look? Oh shit.
Does he look like he's going after the wizard?
You're not sure.
Okay. Since I'm near the flower monster, I'm gonna swing at him again
Flower monster.
with my mace wilting. 1, 2, 3. It counts as a monster. 4 plus 4 mace combat. Ugh, 12.
12.
Oy.
Okay, so the monster has disadvantage because of the previous... actually, no, it does not. That's the wizard. So monster rolled a 22. What did you get?
12.
12. Yeah, and the monster is going to grab you and sink its claws into you and throw you across the room. You're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage to the back.
Okay, so 1 point is absorbed by the remaining force of my
And 3
test
points of piercing damage to the arm. Okay?
It's gonna be a
No,
lot.
I'm not okay.
And then that's your turn, Killen.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna get out my sword of freedom and charge at the wizard.
Go ahead.
How are you gonna hit him if
Roll.
he's floating though?
How high is he floating? Like, come on.
He's like 4 feet
Oh,
up in the air.
I got him right in the legs.
Go ahead and
Okay.
try.
So I got +1 on this. So on it's my weapon of choice. So it's +1, and then +4.
You don't have
So
to tell me,
5.
you could just do it, yeah.
I'm saying it out loud every time. So 8 plus 5. No, 9 plus 5.
Total of what? 14. With your Sword of Freedom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he has disadvantage. Alright, but he's still got a 19 total.
Disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
How?
He rolled an 18 and a 13.
Like that
And he gets a
diamond has
+6.
19s on it, that's not even fair.
And so you come to him with your sword,
Yeah.
but instead he uses a telekinesis and wheelbarrows you into the wall
Oh, God.
as you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage
Can I try to like
to the back.
help with that at all? What can I do to like?
Check your armor. Your armor can absorb some of the damage. 9 points of bludgeoning damage. It either goes to your armor or to you. It's to your back.
10 points.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now
so then no damage.
Now it's my turn, and the wizard points both of his hands to the pool of water, and you guys see his eyes turn black as his hands create an aura of black energy forms around either of his hands, and projectiles into the pool of water. 3 creatures come out of it,
Oh my god.
each looking a little bit like this. Your turn. Actually, it's still my turn. One of them is going to try to reach for your foot. Scrawl.
Specters.
Suspected.
Yeah.
Looks like
Anybody know who?
Don't
I have
try
to
to
roll
fight
for
it.
escape first.
Yeah, you can roll to try to whatever you want. How do you
Like
protect yourself?
swords and stuff won't go through it.
They're all like.
So what's good against that?
You
gotta
guys
have
can't
that
talk. You
magic.
guys can't talk.
I'm just
I'm gonna
throwing
use
out
my
my
ability,
You could just say one thing per round.
use magic.
more racial ability, you know? Ask basically ask GM, what's my best option right now?
Okay, you can roll for that.
Sure. It scales with, I don't know, it's a path racial, if I just that's the scale like well,
You can add knowledge here.
knowledge.
Can you apply this
11
behind
plus.
It doesn't work. You put it right there. We'll get back to you. Luck.
So
I
I,
have
I
13.
want to smash the precious stone thing that was on the altar with my warhammer.
Okay. You run up to it, and you can go ahead and roll.
The roll for strength, or what do I roll?
Whatever attack you want to do.
Okay, so 17.
17, no bonuses.
No, 13 plus 4, 17.
15 plus 4, 17. Yeah, so you bring your warhammer down, you create one crack in this stone. Your turn?
Doesn't do anything?
Not yet.
Oh, sorry.
For cool.
Actually,
Sorry, back to you. Yeah. So what do you do? What did you get? Scroll?
13?
13? That's enough. So 13 for what? For getting advice you wanted?
Yeah, what's my best, like, using all the knowledge
Yeah.
that I acquired so
With
far?
13, you know that specters they take half damage to any physical damage. So you're probably better using something magical here.
I have
if you
no,
have
like,
anything.
specific
And you can still use physical.
And
It just
it's
they take half
undead,
damage
right?
now.
It's undead.
Yeah, it counts as
Can
undead.
I, like, control it with animate dead, or...
No, that's animate something that's dead. Yeah.
Okay, I cannot take over something that's already dead.
Nope.
So I'm just gonna run behind something and take cover, basically, because I have no more attack options.
What are you looking for? Well, you can still attack it with your staff or
This what the staff produces, like some magical bullet.
not unless you have a spell that does that.
You can
Yeah.
Just that physically you can attack it if you want.
No, I'm not gonna use physical attacks. I'm just gonna run and.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what do you run to?
attack the wizard.
You're at the door, right?
I'm in the other room. I'm in the other room.
Trying
In
to
my
have
place.
with this guy, yeah.
Or attack the orb.
Or yeah, maybe I should try that. Can I try to run to the altar as well and try to like hit that instead?
With your staff?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll.
Is it like I roll like physical?
Whatever you think is appropriate.
I guess I get no bonuses for that. 18.
18?
Yeah.
And another large crack here on the rock as it starts splitting open, and you see like a purple light inside of it.
Break it again.
Actually, we already did your turn. Sorry, your turn.
Dude, I opened the dresser.
You open the dresser?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it like a large claw, a large hook like behind, like this.
There's shit hiding everywhere.
The same dresser? Or
No, not dresser. What was the one that was dresser?
Oh, the drawers?
Oh, the drawer, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant.
Sorry.
But I didn't know we went with the claw anyway, so.
Like it's hanging a body type of thing.
Ah,
Yeah, so under you pull out like a rack that's under the dresser, and there's like a different assortment of butcher knives here and dissection knives.
nice. I actually did a little performance.
Peacefully dead.
That's my see trick. I cut my head off.
Yeah, you see 7 knives of different shapes.
Alright.
Like from really small to really big.
Like how big are we talking here?
The biggest one is maybe 30 centimeters tall, 5 centimeters wide, and it's like a large butcher machete.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I want to just fucking attack the stone with that, I guess. I don't know.
Alright, so you grab a blade and you go to the stone and you're trying to attack the stone.
Yeah, the stone's still in the same room as me, right?
Yeah.
It's in the middle, right?
In the middle of the room. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and roll, yeah.
3 plus 1 strength, 4.
4, yeah. So you kind of attack with your blade and it just goes on the rock, but not on the stone. Nothing really
God, I
happens.
suck.
Marilyn?
Okay, so I want to activate the Spectre Crusher on my mace.
Yeah.
You have that function?
Spectre bash. Spectre
That's
bash.
it.
Spectre Crusher.
Pretty convenient.
We really could
And,
have used you last time.
Oh,
We should.
I just want to make sure I'm no longer on the lily pad with the monster, right? He threw me across the water.
Yeah.
Am I close enough to one of the specters?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to activate Spectre Crusher. 1, 2, 3, plus 4. 18.
18, so that it's activated? That's to
yeah,
activate?
well, we removed all that.
Oh, so it's already activated. So
I
you're just
think
attacking
so.
with it, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, yeah, you attack one of the specters next to you,
Kill it.
and you deal like 15 points of damage, which is enough to kill it. So you smash one of the...
Second soul.
True love, right?
You smash one of the specters, and
soul.
it evaporates
It
into
doesn't have a soul.
one piece. They don't have soul.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Only
Kill-
cool things with souls.
Killing your turn.
Alright, how close am I to my Demborn throwing knife with the poison on it?
7 feet away.
Can I do like a dive roll and grab it?
Go ahead, roll.
I'm gonna do like a dive roll, grab it, and then throw it at the wizard again.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna have to roll me twice here.
Yeah.
Roll me once to grab it. Roll me once to throw.
Okay, let me see if I got anything for that.
I yell words of encouragement.
Thank you.
Roll me a 7.
Okay, so I have dexterity, agility, and stealth, because I'm kind of stealthy doing it, right?
Pick the best one that you have.
Well, no, it's like dexterity, and I have agility under that, then I have stealth under that.
It's agility.
You can't use stealth here.
Okay, so plus 2. For diving, rolling and diving. 8 plus 2, 10.
That's good enough. You get it. Yeah.
Nice.
You roll. You tumble, and you grab your throwing knife.
Okay, so I'm gonna, from the ground, launch the knife at our buddy hanging in the sky.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
So that's plus 5. 18 plus 5, 23.
23. Yeah, and your knife lodges itself straight into his heart,
Nice!
Yeah.
and he takes.
Wizard. Animal.
He falls down to the ground on his knees with his mouth open and his eyes white, and he's as if he's having trouble breathing. It's my turn now. So the wizard turns his hand, and you see a red aura of energy form in one of his wrists, and you see the white in his eyes turn red as a small pointy red circle appears in the center of his eye, and you see a red energy form around your knife as it gets telekinetically pulled out of his chest, and you see his chest healing up right there inside of him. And
You have to decapitate this fucker.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
You weren't there for this.
Go.
You guys are giving-
Sword is
you
fire
guys are giving me
now.
some ideas of the
Oh
healing.
wow! Yeah. Kind of fire.
So we'll see that.
He's gonna throw the knife right back at you.
Oh great! I got my shield up.
17.
Okay, well I've got my shield of fear in front of me, so I have +2 on that. No, +2 parry roll. What's that mean? Is that plus?
Yeah, that's +2. Yeah.
Okay.
For parrying with your
For
shield.
parrying with the shield, and then I also have.
At least he's not floating anymore.
So then I also have
Village, so.
+2 for shield, so
Is he?
+5.
He's undead.
Getting there.
13.
13? Yeah, so you're gonna take 5 points of piercing damage as it nicks your shield and gets you, and your own daggers gets you straight in your shoulder.
Lame.
Yeah, but I think your armor can absorb it.
Oh yeah, it can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can absorb 10.
It
Okay.
can be any.
Talk about it
object.
after combat.
Okay.
And so one of the specters is going to go for Merilith now and is going to try to attack her.
Okay. I'm gonna parry.
17.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna parry with my mace, so plus 3. 21!
Okay, so 21.
Ah.
Yeah, you get an opportunity attack as you parry. The specter hand comes to you, and your mace comes directly into contact. Like, it looks like almost physical contact, mace to creature, and you get an opportunity attack.
So then I'm gonna use my mace with the Spectre Crusher ability, plus 4, so 23.
23.
Yeah.
23. That's 10 points of full damage that you receive, that it receives, and yeah, so that brings it down to 5 hit points. Okay.
Sweet.
And
You
you-
can't get
and you
paralyzed by it though, right?
No,
It's
it's not physical. But it you see like you kind of like create like an opening in the specter's body as it's like half formed all of a sudden. Another specter's gonna go for you.
Wait, weren't there only 2?
There was 3.
Oh.
One of them died.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I thought there were 2 to begin
The other
with.
one was
Sorry.
chasing me, but I guess it got misdirected to you.
Okay. Okay.
Because reasons.
Yes, okay, so another one comes at me.
Yep.
I parry again with my mace. 1, 2, 3. 9.
And it rolls a 22 as it sinks its
That's so much.
it sinks its spectral hands deep into your abdomen
Oh, God.
as you get an abdominal curse of how much did you roll?
9.
9, yeah.
9. Yeah, you're gonna get 13 points of curse damage to the abdomen.
13 points of curse damage.
Yeah.
Bad stuff.
And the skinless man enters
This
the
guy from the-
and enters
I'm sweating, what is that guy gonna do?
enters the room, and he just looks wired. He from head to toe he's barefoot, fully unclothed, but he has no skin, just muscle. You just see like pure muscles moving, no skin. And his eyes are darting left and right. As he enters the room, he looks at the wizard, and seems to be going straight for the wizard, who's on his knees. He puts both of his he tries to put both of his hands around the wizard's neck, but the wizard stands up and raises his hand directly to his creation's head, and you guys see the creation moving in a direct line towards the other far end of the room, towards Skrull. You're gonna have to dodge that.
I don't think I have any bonuses for that. 17.
Okay, and you just roll out of the way as the skinless man hits the wall next to you. And then the monster steps off of the pond and then looks at the two of you who are attacking the rock. It starts walking towards all of you.
Look at us.
What do you guys do?
I still keep hitting the rock.
Okay.
I think I was also
you
near
get-
the rock, though.
Oh, you were also hitting the rock?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We're going to say that the whole skinless thing, he was sent towards the rock and he hit the rock.
Okay.
Cracking the rock even more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I keep hitting the rock again.
Okay. You get one more attack on the rock. Go ahead.
18.
Okay. And with one final swoop, you crush the rock into pieces as the purple energy irradiates outwards once, pulses twice. Everybody, you're going to have to roll dexterity here.
Oh boy.
Roll me a DC 7.
4. Fuck.
I just don't know what my things are.
Wait, what are we?
Wait,
on?
I gotta go.
So
No, only them three, not you
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I gotta leave, sorry.
17, 18.
18. Yeah, so you're fine. Furkura just rolls out of the way dexterously. But Locke and Scrawl, you both take 5 points of magical damage
By the
as
way,
you get projected backwards.
like, I needed as the mage was like doing his spell with the red ball and
Yeah.
doing the
Yeah.
he's trying to transform himself into a lich or something. I just make a mental note of like the process he used for later.
Sure, that's fine. You can write that in your journal.
Okay.
And Locke falls unconscious on the ground. Now. So you take damage. The monster looks at the two of you and is advancing towards Furkura, who was the only one who dodged the magical beams.
What a stone thing. Fuck.
Yeah.
This monster's like 7 foot. This is actual.
It looks physical.
That looks physical.
Wait,
Alright.
this is the skinless thing.
No,
it's
it's-
like-
Oh,
it's a big
no,
thing.
it's-
Those things are on our
This is the
side.
flower
I know, that's
monster.
what I thought, but what?
This is the flower
Okay,
monster.
flower monster. Flower monster. Gosh,
How far is he? Is he still in the other room?
Who, the flower monster?
Yeah.
He's in the archway now.
And
He's like leaning in through the archway, trying to like come into your room.
what's the skinless dude looking? How does he looking? Is he just like knocked out?
He looks unconscious right now.
Alright. Well, I run to the vials and start throwing vials at the thing.
What color vial do you throw?
The one that's turquoise yellow.
Turquoise yellow?
Yeah, oh, I took a mental note of that one for some reason.
Okay, alright. Give me a roll here.
Fucking 7.
7. And with a 15, the monster swipes the vial. And it explodes across the room, spreading fumes all across the room. All of a sudden, visibility is lowered. There's this yellow-blue mist, like a fume filling the entire room. Everybody roll me a constitution check of 5.
I'm gonna put
Wait,
the
we're
towel in
together
front of
right
my
now.
face.
10.
Yeah, all of you as well. It's spreading towards yours.
2.
You guys have advantage. It's
2. Okay.
fine. 2?
Yeah.
10.
You're going to take 5 points of fume damage to your airways. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Did you roll to avoid it? You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah? Everyone else is good?
6. What did you say?
5.
Okay,
You're
great.
good? Excellent.
Aw.
Yeah. The monster's going to advance on you. And with disadvantage. Because it can't see as well. Go ahead and roll. What do you do?
Run away.
Hey, that's what we
Dexterity.
can do right now, right?
Dexterity.
Okay. Dexterity. 6 plus 1, 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. And the monster catches up to you, sinking 3 of its claws into your back. As you take, you're going to take 8 points of piercing damage to the back.
Oh my god, you're getting shredded.
Your turn.
I'm gonna run to the door where there was the butcher's hook and all that.
Yeah, the dresser. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like one action to run to the door, and then
No, you can run and do something. You're close enough.
Okay.
It's fine.
and like what do I see once I see inside the door? Basically.
And the dresser,
Yeah.
you see like a hook from the back as if it was holding something up.
Is there any bodies in that room, basically?
No, it's not a room. It's a dresser.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like somewhere you hang clothes or something in. But
So I'm gonna hide in the dresser.
Don't worry, we'll take care of this.
I'm level 5, guys. Come on.
I'm level
It's gonna leave
20.
us
It's
as
so
fucking
hard.
We do tricks.
Okay, fine. You can roll me for stealth here.
Fuck.
Now we're talking.
You'll have advantage because visibility is lowered.
12.
You have advantage, so roll twice. Take the best one.
It's gonna be 12.
Okay. So the creature sees you as you approach the dresser. It advances on you and it's gonna try to grab you. You have advantage because you're still kind of far. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Non, je pense que c'est ça pour rouler. Pour rouler.
No, I drank
Oh,
all
it's
that.
my bad.
Yeah.
I'll just, can I roll here?
Yeah, sure.
Oh shit.
Combien?
Okay.
15.
Yeah. You have to say what you want to do and then you roll.
Maybe.
I was gonna close the door of the dresser and hide inside.
No. It saw you already.
Oh, it saw me.
It's coming for you. What do you do?
There's only so much I can do.
What?
For real, I closed the door and tried to lock it from the other side.
Try to lock it. There's no.
No, but I bar it.
Oh, you try to bar it. Okay. That's so fine. So you're there and you're resisting the monster, which is trying to claw at the door right now and trying to get to you.
So I act as a distraction.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break for like 5 minutes, just so you guys can all level up.
Yay!
Yep.
I was preparing my next move on the wizard, but
For relaxation.
fucking specters after me.
I know, I'm also happy. Level up, I feel like something getting stronger from like what?
Getting clawed to death.
This claw's like right
So
through
I
me.
gain
You gain
points
2 HP.
while I'm injured.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, you gain max hit points. You don't gain hit points.
Yeah, yeah. The denominator.
Oh, right, the hit points. Right. It's like, yeah, next job. I'm like, oh.
Oh my god, next week I'm gonna be level 30.
Oh my god, that's so great.
Oh my god, I still can't fucking kill monsters.
That charisma, though.
Well, I'm waiting because I have to fill out my whole skill tree with +1s before I can do +2s, but I never get to that because I collect skills every game, right?
Oh, right, we detect the skill. Wow, I'm really,
Yes.
really doing well at this.
Oh, maybe I should add +1 to initiative against wizards that I
Yeah.
never thought would come in handy.
You really should.
Fuck.
You really should.
Initiative against wizards.
I know, very specific.
That is super specific.
Well, we had to fight a wizard. We didn't
Well,
know. We had to
oh.
roll initiative, and there was a wizard in the room, and I rolled a 20. So.
I'm gonna add to my dismemberment because maybe we need to take his head off.
Ooh, very nice.
Or you can add a +1 to also an ability or a spell
Yeah.
to increase its use.
Alright, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
Instead of adding to a skill.
Increase its use, you said?
I don't have.
Yeah. So it's
wait,
1 out of
what
1
do you mean?
use. You can bring it to 2 out of 1 out of 2 use.
Wait, what?
Let's say you have 1 out of 1 use or something.
Oh,
You can bring it to 1 out of 2.
Oh yeah, and I have another question. When I have
You increase the cap on the clone.
abilities and skills and stuff that say, for example, gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls. We don't roll for damage. We just roll for
No,
what
because
we're
the
doing.
roll, I take the difference between what you got and what I got usually,
Okay.
or approximately, whatever. And you can add to that whatever I said. So
Okay.
you
So
can
it's
take.
not us rolling. how
No,
much damage
because if
we
you
do.
get 9 damage, you can say, oh, okay, I'm gonna also add my whatever.
Okay, cool. So.
Hell's trying to survive here, man.
In the closet.
I have no more attack spells, so it's like.
+2, that's nothing.
No.
Okay, so I'm adding it to one of my class abilities. Never mind the initiative against wizards, we already rolled for that.
yeah, you sure did.
So there's still 2 specters left, the wizard who's healing himself,
And the plant thing, so.
and the plant
there.
monster.
At least it doesn't seem to be chasing you out of the pond, right?
No, I'm out of, yeah, well, it threw me out of the pond, and then I was attacked by specters. I killed one earlier, and then another one injured me. So much stuff. Okay. 40, 18, which is 58 plus 35.
What are you guys doing hit point wise?
I have to calculate that. Hang on.
Like, how damaged are we?
25.
I'm not so bad, honestly.
91 minus
Thanks for
crafting.
asking.
How much more pain can I inflict on you guys?
Oh, I should have told you that, yeah. That's awful. I'm doing terrible. Yeah. No more, please.
I'm on the verge of death.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, so I was 66 out of 91, but now it's 66 out of 93. Because I just went up a level. So I'm doing okay.
You'll be fine.
Anyone on the brink of death? I can throw you some bandages.
I'm at 24 out of 44.
Okay.
Is he healing though?
Is who healing?
The mage. The wizard.
The wizard? Yeah, well, it seems like it. Well,
He can like heal himself, yeah, for sure. He can heal himself. I think we gotta decapitate him or
Yeah,
find
we want
slice
to-
of
those are,
power. Is it that stone or did they already crush it?
They crushed the stone. It
And the
didn't do
wizard's
anything.
still alive, so
Doesn't matter.
I think decapitation. That's
Yeah,
nice.
I'm gonna use my my gilded lady, which is enchanted with fire, and that's +3. What's the wizard's total hit points, by the way, and how far are they at?
Yeah, I just added 1 to dismemberment, so I feel like I can chop this head off if I get close enough. I guess he's kind of floating.
Oh, and one of
We
my
like rope him down. No, he's on the ground.
He's on the ground now.
he's on the
Yeah.
ground, but he's healing, so he might be up again soon.
We gotta get him fast.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my turn and to be free of these specters because I want to
Yeah.
run over and try and chop his head off with the gilded lady. Also,
Let's both go and we'll do like scissor style.
oh my god, that would be so good.
Yeah.
And I just got this new fighter class ability called Action Surge, where I can do an additional action during combat on my turn. I can do
Cool.
a second action.
Oh, so then I feel like if we could get his head off, that we should like lock it in a drawer in case he can heal from that.
yeah, like a big
Separate
jar
him.
and carry it around.
Separate it out.
with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, We're playing.
How many hit points to wizard death?
I know he's at 9.
Wizard death.
Hell wizard!
We're off to kill the wizard.
The one wizard.
Guess I'm gonna have to
Okay.
smash
Fawn.
Fawn.
Or something.
The wonderful wizard of Fawn.
You guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Okay. You feel the door shaking as one blow after another.
Yeah.
The creature is
Trying to get in.
shrieking a disturbing yell.
What's it sound like?
Important question.
I think so. I just really like to be in the game.
Sound generator. Yeah. It has kind of a whimpering quality to it, actually. And the whole dresser shakes while you're inside of it, holding back the doors from trying to open.
Yeah, well, I still have the big butcher knife, so I just fucking try to log in to the back.
Okay, you have advantage because it's not paying attention to you. Go ahead.
1. Oh my god, I got 2 1s.
Wow!
It's meant to be.
That's really, that's amazing.
You come in with a large machete.
But
You come in with a large machete, but just as the creature turns to try to swipe the door, it extends its hand and smacks you across the face, burying the machete into the side of your neck.
Oh my
Oh, nice.
Jesus Lord.
You fall on the ground on your back. You're gonna take 15 minus 1, 14 times 2. That's 28 points of
Oh my god, you're dead.
slashing damage. Yeah, that brings you close to death, my friend.
That is the second time the same monster kills me.
Did you add the hit points?
Yeah, but you said you only added the didn't matter.
So
Exactly.
you don't have armor or anything?
True.
Oh, I have exactly 28. That's funny.
Yeah, so you're at 0 hit points now. We're gonna play.
Oh, roll for survival.
It's the exact same monster that killed my last character.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The flower monster?
Yeah.
I've never seen the flower monster before.
Well, it doesn't matter. It was just like that's why I didn't mention
Wait,
it.
so what do you know about this flower
It was
monster?
my last character. Okay, I can't say anything.
Oh, fuck.
If you could just draw it for me, because I don't have anything right now. So basically,
Oh, it's in here. Oh, here. Dude, good guys, man.
we're gonna roll for it on the next round. Merilith, your turn.
Okay, great. So is there a specter still near me, or?
Yep. One of them is half dead. One of them is fully functional.
For fuck's sake. Okay, fine. Guess I want to go after the wizard, but okay, specter pressure plus 4. I swing it. The one that's
don't medicine.
full.
Yeah, bandages.
8. I rolled an 8 with my maceable.
To attack, total of 8. It rolled a 8 as well. As you're engaged in like a strength contest with this specter, you're gonna roll again with strength this time only.
Only with strength, so
Mhm.
plus 1. 9.
9, that beats it, and you bring down your specter mace for 5 points of damage, crushing one specter completely and evaporating it into pieces.
We're gonna
Okay.
Killing.
Yeah, so I want to take my Sword of Freedom, which now has a +1 on disarmament, and try to chop this wizard's head off.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I've got +5 altogether on that.
Plus 5? Yeah.
Yeah. 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. He rolls a critical 1.
Nice!
And Killen comes from the side with her Sword of Freedom,
Yeah!
does a full arc of his sword,
Full.
and with a final blow, decapitates the Dark Wizard as his head rolls on the ground and falls into the dark pond of water,
No! I wanted to keep his head.
creating undulations across the pond. Yeah. Did you roll for sucking a soul?
Yeah, 7.
And that's a successful soul absorption.
Are we out of combat? No, we're not, Are we out of combat? No.
No.
There's still a plant
Yeah,
and one.
okay. I thought maybe since he was in the other room, okay, I was ready to do something. Okay.
The skinless man wakes up, and he puts himself up, and turns towards the monster. Runs towards the monster and tries to jump on it.
Yeah. Go skinless man.
And the monster turns and scratches his face, tearing muscles off of his face.
But it's bone now. He's
Yeah,
got
revealing the bone under.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As he falls back on the ground. This gives you an opportunity to escape if you want.
Yes, I shall escape.
Yeah.
Gonna roll.
Do you want to heal me up now? I don't know. Just give me a little love tap or something.
7.
7. That's fine.
Do I escape out of the closet?
I have disadvantage. No, I still see you. And you do escape, but the creature turns and creates and puts 3 of its claws into your abdomen, or you take 5 points of curse damage to the abdomen. Yeah.
He loves abs.
Yeah.
So 5 points.
Ab attack.
Big hand fetish, man. That's weird.
Your turn. You're gonna roll for survival here.
I'm just saying.
I need to heal you, but I'm trying to get there, man.
You can add your Constitution if you have it.
I don't have anything. 11. Yes.
All right, that takes you one step closer
Yeah.
to life.
I know.
You need one more to get to
Yeah.
full.
I'll
Merilith, your turn.
So I'm going to arm myself with my gilded
That's
lady.
terrible.
Oh wait, is he all the way dead? Is the flower monster's not all the way dead yet, right?
The flower monster just stabbed him.
Right. Okay.
They're in the other room now. They're in the
Sorry,
first room.
flower monsters.
There's another specter.
Another specter?
Yeah,
wait.
full health specter. You
Wait.
just
Was it the flower monster or the specter that stabbed me? It was the specter.
the flower monster stabbed you.
I've
and it-
killed 2 specters,
and there's one left.
one that's partial, that's almost completely injured.
No, you killed the one that was partially injured.
No, I killed.
Then in that case,
I
that one was.
specified. Okay, fine.
Sorry,
Doesn't
go
matter. Okay, fine. I'll kill the other specter with my mace. I have +4. 12.
He rolls a 19 plus 3, 22. As you take 10 points of curse damage as it puts its spectral hand into your face.
Into your Adam.
Wait. It's only blocking me. It's not attacking me.
No, it gets to attack you if you roll. Yeah. So you take 10 points of curse damage.
Can I just add it to my 13 from before?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Great.
Kill it.
For sure.
I guess I'm gonna go after the flower monster because I can't really do much about specters. I don't really have any specter shit.
What do you do?
Flower monster game.
Just curse damage stack over time or
No.
something.
I've still got my sword out and I'm full of beans right now because I killed the wizard. So I'm gonna run over and be like, try to just slice him.
Slice the creature?
Like right through the back because he's not facing me, right? He's facing me.
Go ahead.
Okay, so +5 from the sword. +5. 12.
12. And you bring down your sword as you deal 7 points of slashing damage, and you create a large gash on the monster's back. The gash doesn't open up like a normal wound. It kind of opens up slowly as if
Like a flower.
yeah, it's kind of like a flower.
Like fruits.
And on the inside, you just see black, like a black, distorted field with white inside of it, a mix of black and white color.
Weird.
Yeah,
Great.
just 7 points of damage. Yeah, so like a bit like that. Yeah,
Spectre and plant.
more black than that though.
Alright.
Yeah, and more slowly moving. Yeah. Okay. And now it's my turn. So the wizard's dead. There's a specter left, and there's the monster left, and then the skinless man.
How many
So
points left on the monster?
23. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with the specter. The specter is going to try to cast fear on Merilith. So you can roll your charisma here.
Charisma?
Mm-hmm.
I have so many points in that. +1.
I have a fear it's
9. I keep rolling 8.
You get feared away.
No. 8.
9. No, but 9 +1. So 9.
Okay, 9. I rolled a natural 20 plus
Can I give her my draught of
3.
courage?
Can
No,
I
you're in
use it
another
and
room now.
die? I rolled 8. Like, I don't know how many
It's
times
okay.
in a row.
It's okay. It's okay.
I keep rolling fucking 90s.
So you're gonna take trauma damage, psychic damage here.
Psychic damage.
Yeah. What did you get with a 13?
No, I rolled a 9 total.
9. Yeah. So that's gonna be 14 points of psychic damage.
How do you even fix that?
Add a
Right.
bullet point saying 14 points of psychic damage and do minus
Therapy.
14. Oh, how do you heal?
Psychic damage. Therapy. A lot of points of therapy. 14, you said?
Yeah, 14 points. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the specter. Then the monster is going to try to kill you. No, try to kill Killen. It's trying to kill you. Just cut the monster. The monster turns towards you, Killen.
Yeah.
And it's going to try to claw at your arms.
Okay. I mean, I'll parry with my sword.
Go ahead and roll.
So when I'm parrying, does it still have the +5 on the sword, then +2 for the parry roll?
What's the +5 for?
Just like strength, sword stuff. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then +7. Okay. Critical 1. Never mind.
And it rolled a 14 total. Minus 1, that's 13 points times 2, 26 points of slashing damage.
No.
Of cursed slash damage across your chest. 20, 26 points, we said? 26. Across your chest as the creature slashes you, and you fall on your back, bleeding from your chest right now, with a large wound. How many hit points do you have left?
75.
You have left 75?
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a tank.
Damn, no.
That's more than all I have.
All right, Skinless Man is going to.
Oh no, like after that, so it's minus 26 from that.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, nice, good. I'm coming for you, Killen.
Gross.
Yeah, Skinless Man
Gross.
is gonna come and punch the creature in the abdomen here.
Oh, finally, God.
I feel like this guy's kind of used.
I was really rooting for
It's
him.
just
It's just a regular.
And he deals 2 points of damage. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Buddy, eh? Tone it down. Still leaving towards the dead.
Gonna rush to our our jester friend.
Oh, that's your turn now.
Give him a health potion that I have.
And you make him swallow it?
Yeah, make him drink it.
What does your health potion do?
It heals. Let me check. Vitals. Minor healing. +5 to a healing roll within the next hour. Does that heal him right now, or?
So. No, so he needs to roll. Actually, technically, we can use that as a +5 to his roll.
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
Okay, go ahead.
No advantage, eh?
No advantage. You get +5.
Oh, yeah, so close. 18 plus 5. There's literally just 4 of them.
Yeah, so 18 plus 5, so that brings you back to a normal.
Yeah.
Well, right now you're
Normal.
Yeah, you're on the ground. You have we're gonna give you 1 HP.
1 HP to drink.
1 HP, and you're on the ground and you're bleeding out, and you're coughing up blood. The blood is leaking out of your mouth here, but you can move. Barely.
Okay, so I'm still near the flower monster.
Yep.
Okay, so this time I'm gonna use my gilded lady.
No, right now you're in the other room, but you can run to them and come back.
Oh, right, because there's this other specter.
No, you kill. Sorry, there is another specter. Yeah, it just attacked you for a lot of damage.
Yeah,
You're fighting
okay,
that
for
specter.
a
Yeah.
whole lot of damage. Okay, well in that case, scratch that. I'm gonna keep using my mace and I'm gonna swing at the specter again. +4, 15.
Okay, that's a hit. As you bash the specter across an arm, knocking one of its arms off. It rolled a 12, and you rolled a
+4, 15.
yeah. So 3 points of damage as it comes out to 12 hit points. Kill it.
Alright. So, Flower Monster just attacked me, right? Which way is he still facing me?
Yeah, he just attacked you. Yeah, he's facing you. He looks like he's gonna go in for the kill.
Alright, well.
Gonna take a step back.
No, she's on her back right now. You're on
I'm
your
gonna,
back.
raise my sword of freedom and go for his head.
Okay, you have disadvantage because you're knocked on your back.
Okay, so I'll use one of my advantages to balance that out.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, let me just take that away. Okay, so if I'm going for dismemberment, I think you get 1 extra point. Okay, so yeah, it's +5.
Mm-hmm.
18 plus 5, 23.
Wow!
And that's a success, right? So you have 23. I rolled a 14. That's 9 points of damage. As you go and you slash it across its chest, bringing it down to 12 hit points. And you see another large gash that slowly creates itself, a rift that creates itself in its chest. And you see this black mirage sort of dancing of colors with the white strands across it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put my hands in there.
Ooh. And then now it's the monster's turn as the monster rears back and roars in anger and is going to come in for you with an attack here. All right, and it rolls a 24 total.
Holy fuck! Oh. Okay, so I'll use one of my... Oh god, how can I even do that? I mean, yeah, so I guess I have my sword, which has +5, +2 for the parry roll, so that's +7. I'll use one of my charges. So I'm rolling advantage.
Okay, you got this.
20! That was 20! +7 for 27.
Go!
Oh yeah! My extra thing.
What was your skill that you
I was
used?
just parrying with my sword.
Okay, so I guess parrying against monsters. You can put that, yeah, as a sub skill. Well, I got 24. What did you get?
27.
27. As you successfully, you put your blade in between its teeth as it opens its mouth to try to bite down into your shoulder, and you manage to slice it across its mouth.
And I say, need some dental work?
And dealing 3 points of slashing damage across the creature's mouth.
All that and 3 points of damage.
Yeah, well, because the creature rolled pretty high too.
9, right? So
Yeah.
someone can fucking finish him off.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not done with the specter, so.
That was my turn for the monster. Now I'm going to play for the specter. The specter is going to leave. It's going to jump back into the pond. It look at you for 3 seconds, and it jumps back into the pond.
Yeah. Take
Yeah.
that, specter.
Yeah. and
I'm
disappears.
scared, huh?
Yeah. Skinless man is gonna try to jump on the monster.
Fucking skinless man.
22.
Ah, skinless man.
And then the monster has disadvantage because of the injury. A monster rolls a 2. Skinless man jumps on the monster's head and reaches in and pulls the neck of the monster off of the body of the monster
Alright.
with all of his strength, creating a large rift across the throat, bring the monster down to 0.
Slow second.
And as the monster, as you guys all feel like a gush, a current of wind pulling you guys in towards the monster, everyone resist a strength check of 3.
I feel like I'm so
We
gonna
can
fell
use our
out.
strength. We can use our strength, right?
Yeah, you
Oh, you strength?
Yeah.
Good.
So 14.
Good.
Wait, didn't I have something
Five
new
plus
to
one.
do with
6.
strength?
I said 3, right? Yeah, I
Yes,
said 3.
got 14.
11.
You could have been sent to another world.
Yeah, and you guys don't get sucked in towards the monster, but a lot of wind is pulling in as if there's like a rift being created.
I'm gonna shake
And
my
then-
hair.
Wait, I'm in the other room
No,
anyways.
scar.
It's fine. You're still feeling it.
Okay.
And
Still feeling the
you
wind.
guys hear the shriek of the monster at a very, very high and loud pitch. And
How
before
does it
the,
sound?
I can't do it. It's too loud. There we go. Thank you. And with a final rip, the skinless man pulls the head of the monster off, and the monster collapses into 2 pieces on the ground.
Great, we out of combat?
Yes,
I
out of
loot the
combat,
wizard.
I was actually with my 1 inch speed just going.
You're like dragging yourself to the
I actually just
There's a
wanted-
bunch of potions of different colors.
Yeah, I
around.
know.
Yeah. So, does anybody say anything before they loot the wizard?
What do you mean?
I'm
Good work, everyone.
gonna start singing that song, Heads Will Roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
It is a good song.
Yeah. How does it go again?
Heads will
Yeah,
roll.
not for when I do it to you.
Whatever, you're the DM. Good job.
And so, Merilith, you search the wizard. You find his 3 set of keys. You find 270 Arayan.
Ooh, fuck yeah. Wait, I need to write this down before I go and put
You
it
find his snake ring.
Oh, the snake ring.
in.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I can see the indentation.
Yeah.
Plus 3 keys.
And you find an orb in his right pocket.
Orb.
Of course.
I don't know
Of
what
course.
Taking with the stereotypes.
Of course. That's the classics.
Is there a pendulum where
Communications are wrong, obviously.
I have one pen, but it's finished.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all the way empty. Okay, later I'll ask you what pouches everything goes in.
Yeah. Orb
Is
in
there
the
anywhere,
orb in the
like-
trinkets
is there
pouch.
anywhere vials
Orb in
of
it, okay.
stuff?
Yeah, there's a bunch of vials everywhere.
Okay, because now I used up the tranquilizer one, so I should replace that spot. Can I grab? What do we know if they do? The pink one made me all dizzy and shit, right?
Mm.
Oh, I'll take one of the pink ones.
And
Mm.
3 keys.
Okay.
Okay.
You can add a pink vial.
Pink vial.
Yeah.
What did it do? It made me.
Made you see all
pink.
squiggly.
Okay, cool. So like
Okay.
lines, vision.
What do you guys do?
Try to look for his notes on how to create the plant thing and how to create the lich and all that.
Okay.
Basically, all his study and his research.
You find a lot of textbooks in his library about different things. You do find one book called. I'll show you what you find.
Fundamentals of necromancy.
Something else.
Oh, you guys have loaded. I have so much Arayan.
Ah, yes.
Why don't you? We'll get.
I love it.
Too. I got a friggin' heal, man. Like.
Here you go. You can add this as a hyperlink into your
There we go.
inventory. Put this in your documents pouch if you want.
Well, I take another one of those documents that he wasn't like interested in. I just tried to put it on my wound because I fucking had nothing.
Wait.
Dude, I have bandages, man.
Alright, fuck. Anybody want to help? Everybody in living? I'm literally dying.
Okay.
Everyone just hears help.
You see my skills in medicine.
Marilyn is going through her shit in her bag.
I'm so rich right now.
I'm gonna roll on
Yeah, you
some
can put a
Adam
bandage
top
on.
with the
Do I
pain.
roll?
You guys can take a short rest if you want.
Short rest.
Yeah,
Oh, I still want to lose.
What was the name of
You
the
can
wizard?
keep looting while you're
It
resting.
was-
Hey,
Uh,
toss me a D10.
Orb from
A D10?
Carol's
Yeah.
body.
So I used up a bandage here.
Just roll it
I
online
have
or
bandage.
something.
You want bandage?
I used one.
Oh,
Is
okay,
this the
sorry.
Adam?
What's the, I don't know.
Oh, it's right under the connects.
Oh, here it is. Thank you.
The keys can go in trinkets too, right? No.
Keys go more in
Okay,
tools.
so we're healing with a short rest.
Yeah.
And can I use the bedroll for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
It adds a
why
plus
not
2 to your healing.
Okay, and then so you roll a d10.
Yeah.
And then 2 times your level hit points.
Yeah.
Is that what's left on your hit points or what it's out of total?
Short rest.
What? Is that what's left on your hit points?
'Cause
No.
you know there's some that are taken down and then there's the total that you should have. Which is
Sorry, plus 2 times your level.
times your level.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a
It
parenthesis, right?
says level hit points.
It's no parenthesis?
Yeah, so
Not on the short rest one.
Okay, then I'll put it. That's a typo.
Okay, so
21.
so then it's like 27 times 2 plus the 2 for the bedroll, right?
Yeah.
Do I even need to roll anything then?
I'm gonna take out the 2 times because it's like, this doesn't make sense. So.
Yes, it does. It's so good.
Oh, it's really good.
Are you
It makes
drinking?
a lot of points. I would do
Too
that
late. I already
otherwise.
did it.
It's a short rest, so you guys shouldn't be at full health after that.
Okay, wait. I'm
Okay,
still
did you take it off or
organizing my
not? I
trinkets.
didn't know.
No, I took it off.
So we can be full health points again?
No.
No, hang on.
I'm taking out the 2 times. Sorry, Vanessa.
Ah, what's going on?
Okay, can I have the d10?
And we have to roll a d10.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, just roll a d10.
I have no depth perception.
I can catch sometimes. Oh, it's hard in the dark. Fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Because you have
Oh, it's
you're
fine.
backlit. You have like.
Oh, fair.
Okay.
Okay. So no more 2 times level. It's just plus level.
Yeah, exactly.
So then, like,
Even that is pretty high.
so the number that you roll is
It's okay.
how much better you are?
The number you roll,
So,
just
like,
roll a
I'm
d.
gonna,
It's how much hit points you add.
okay, so 10 plus my level,
So
right?
You roll
So
a 10, yeah.
37.
That's how much you heal over a short rest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, what?
64. Oh, I'm
That's
so
how much
alive.
you heal over a short rest.
It's just a D10, right?
D10 plus your level, yeah.
Oh, that's one.
Oh, plus your level. Okay.
Mhm.
And D10 plus 29. Oh, I don't even need to roll.
I'm at full health. What up?
D10.
Well, my level is 29.
Yeah. Okay, then you're good.
So I don't even need to roll.
Then you're good.
Cool.
It's good to be
That's
at a high
cool.
level, right?
Okay, alright.
It's almost like the more we play, the easier it gets.
Level 6
I never want to die though.
I tell the times
I took out the times too. Yeah,
for
I'm taking
all
it
of
out
this
from everyone's
building up of
sheets.
character.
I know.
Mm-mm.
I'm still very damaged.
I think it gets hurt like that.
You live
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
But he took the most damage, right? So makes sense.
So now I'm 64.
Okay, so that means that
Cecilia is this, right?
So what do you guys do?
Here.
Oh, thank you. My dexterity is low. Let's heal up first.
yeah, can we like help knife you over here?
Yeah, so
Heal?
what do you need?
Yeah,
I
like
have everything. I need like medical fucking.
Okay, I give him a bandage so you can have advantage on your.
That's not how it works anymore. Bandages,
Oh.
they do plus. What do bandages do? How much plus?
I used one, but it doesn't say how much it heals.
Oh yeah, I wrote it somewhere else. Sorry, it's plus 4 to the healing roll. But you can roll for healing and add a plus 4.
Do you need a bandage?
Yes. I would
Okay, I pass no bandage, so roll. Or maybe I can roll to heal you because I have wound care and slash wound care more specifically.
I have 50 points of damage from a headshot from a machete. 8 piercing damage, 5 fume damage, and 3 bludgeoning to
Yeah.
the right shoulder.
So the plus 4 of the bandage only heals piercing or slashing damage.
Okay, and I have slash wound care 1, 2, 3, 4, so I have plus 8 if I try to heal him.
Yeah, but you roll a d10 plus that.
Can I have the D10, please?
so like in order to use herbal medicine, I need some herbs,
Did I
right?
say plus
Yeah.
8?
Yeah.
So 9 plus 8 is 17.
Oh, awesome.
Can heal some
I'm guessing the headshot from machete is Is like
And
It's
it
not
was
headshots
the-
in the neck.
yeah, whatever.
The
That's
skill
slashing.
points was
Yeah,
for
slashing.
slash wounds, so yeah. That's
Yeah.
Okay, so I-
Or piercing.
Slashing or piercing. So that's
Yeah.
to 17.
17, yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
I don't have any fucking healing stuff.
17.
You know, I'm gonna try to talk to the wizard who's dead, see if I can learn anything useful about our quest or like that side quest.
Roll charisma.
Why? Because he doesn't like it. Sure. Combien? 17.
17. Yeah, you see him, and he's just kind of looking around his room, and he's just. Seems traumatized.
Wizard. Talking to the dead wizard.
So I can't talk
Oh,
to him.
Did you ask him anything?
Well, why did you try to kill us? Like, was it really necessary to attack us in the castle?
Charisma.
He said he's gonna say yes.
What, you got a 3? So he looks at you, and he's just.
Does not respond.
And he disappears.
Okay. Can I raise him as a undead?
Yeah, you can try.
No.
No,
Why?
whoa,
Raise
whoa,
the
whoa,
wizard.
we just tried
He was
really
so hard to
fucking
kill.
hard to kill him.
No.
But he's gonna be my pet.
No.
Oh, is that how it works?
Let's take a look at his spell.
I am so out of here if you bring back from the dead and he attacks us. You're on your own, I swear to God.
That's only if I lose control.
Choose a pile of bones or a corpse. So they don't have their abilities. They just have. There's a physical.
Maybe
They're
if I level up further,
Oh,
I'll
his
have
head is
abilities.
gone.
They're just a physical creature.
Like especially a corner weak guy in the end.
It would be a headless skeleton or headless corpse.
Yeah, it's a shitty corpse.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We'll find a better one.
Okay. So what do you guys do?
What about the plant thing? Is
Wait,
there
but can you
still the rift is closed and
Yeah, you
Yeah, now
guys.
can we investigate more?
Yeah. What do you want to look at?
I mean,
What you wanted to investigate? What do you want to investigate? Sorry.
the plant now
yeah.
Yeah, the plant. The light has.
faded?
It's gone from the light. Yeah, from the actual plant itself.
Can I harvest petals?
Yeah. Go ahead and then roll. Roll for harvesting. You can add wisdom here.
Okay, can I add with
Wait, was that 8 or 10?
it's 10? That's all. I add bonus.
Yeah, so you get 3 petals.
No need for bonus. I just get 3 petals. Okay.
Yeah, 3 white petals from the flower. You can describe where the flower comes from. In your harvest pouch, you can add them. Anybody else wanted to search anything else in the room?
I mean, I want to search to see if he has like a journal or anywhere where he's doing notes about what he was doing.
Yeah, he's got a study.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna investigate that. Should I use perception or should I use magical perception?
To search for this?
Yeah.
This is more investigation. Go
What
ahead.
is that? Oh, I don't know. So I just have.
You can use you
intelligence.
can use intelligence for
Okay, so
investigation.
+1.
4. Yeah, you're just seeing a bunch of books and you're just not sure what they all mean. You're a little confused.
Oh, just fill that intelligence bandana.
I sure fucking do. Hang on a sec. Let me see. So now it has a certain number of uses, +1 on any intelligence roll while wearing this scarf.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah, well, you want me to pass it to you? Or you already
It's too
did?
late.
Too late?
I rolled bad.
Okay, there's 2 things I want to check out then.
Yeah.
So I'll investigate for the study for a journal.
Okay.
That's the first thing. So I have +1 intelligence and hang on. I also you said I can use it's not wisdom. It's intelligence. Intelligence perception.
Investigation. So you can use intelligence. It's fine.
Only intelligence. Okay, so +2 total. So 11.
Okay, so you notice a few books in the study. You notice a lot of mentions of a dark light, the dark light, the dark light. You also notice a symbol here that's coming up in a lot of the papers. It's the symbol right here. There it is. Yeah. You notice a lot of mentions of the
Oh, where did we see that?
god Idis.
Oh, okay.
and that there's more flowers somewhere out there.
Like that. Okay, I make note of this and write it in my journal. And the other thing I want to investigate is the zircon crystal that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what I can tell about it. If he's the one who's...
So he does document. You do see some passages on phylacteries. So you see something about. Here. I'll send you a blurb.
Wait, what's this about phylacteries?
So, okay.
Because I want one.
I have an empty zircon crystal that you can use as a phylactery.
What's a phylactery?
What the fuck's going on?
The phylactery
I
is
saw
what
that.
contained the lich, remember?
Oh, yeah,
And
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
of course. Sorry.
So...
So you can create a lich with that, basically.
I don't know how. I do have some information in my journal that I can send you about a phylactery, and I can maybe trade you for something. But let me finish this.
You check Facebook.
Yeah.
Also, I found a book about the gods and Yeetis, the god he worshipped, I guess.
Yeah, I have this information in my journal. I think this exact, you copy pasted it.
Yeah. So it says he's the god of shadows, and his opposite would be the goddess Marel. So maybe a lead would be to go find followers of the goddess
Yeah.
and try to since it's an evil cult, you try to find the followers of the good cult to see if they have more information regarding the evil cult.
So you want to roll for that? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just talking to my
okay.
teammates.
Okay.
Sorry, I was reading the thing there. Okay, so that's the information. He's been researching on, it seems the wizard's been doing some research and note-taking on liches and phylacteries, so it doesn't say...
He's the one that was doing all this?
Could be, but not necessarily, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But he wanted to kill us so we wouldn't leave and tell other people of his experiments, so everything points to him, kind of. What else could we possibly look for?
I just wish there was some connection to the girls or something, to
Yeah, maybe
why would we want them? I just don't understand.
Make a copy of your book.
Yes, hang on, yeah, I'll send you.
Do you
Well,
mind?
I want to work out a
Hopefully
trade. I can give you the empty phylactery.
Take a couple pictures here.
Well, lots of things can act as a phylactery, right? So a zircon crystal, an amulet, a ring, things like that. So I have a zircon crystal, which you can make into a phylactery, but it's a really hard process, and I have a little bit of information. I won't tell you how to do it, but it'll give you enough information so you know what you're looking for. What would you have to trade with me in exchange for that?
What, do you need anything? Because I don't think at level 6 I have much to offer.
Okay.
A hug?
Papers. Yeah.
Can give you the petals I harvested.
Oh my god.
No. Aww. But I only accept whole flowers. Sorry.
Not sure you want them though. This guy.
Look, I might ask you in exchange to do small favors when necessary, carry some shit if my inventory's full, or
Basically, be my bitch.
yeah.
Alright, well, after that I can ask my servant to do it for you as well. So
Okay,
that
whatever.
sounds
As
like
long
fun.
as
Yeah, sure.
it's a barter, it's a trade.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
I'm good with that.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just copy that whole journal entry about it's a lich scroll that I have basically. So
Sounds exactly like what I need.
Wow, man. Other people have other agendas here.
Bakru, what are you doing in the
I'm
meantime?
literally just sitting down like this.
Listening to-
Just resting.
listening to-
Happy to be alive. Fuck yeah, I'm always smiling. Fuck
Right
yeah.
on Discord?
I have no
yeah.
idea what the
Yeah.
next step is here. I just know what I'm good at, and that's it.
What's your name on
Are you looking around anywhere? Are you-
Actually,
No,
I'll
those
just
are
go to
fascinating.
message.
Just
It's
chilling?
fine.
Yeah.
It's just
Looking at them.
kind of stuff
Fuck.
on this tab.
Honestly.
For once I'm not
It's
talking.
Antoine 94.
I don't see, oh, there you are. Yeah.
What, you kill him?
I'm sending him.
Oh,
Okay.
sleepy.
Do you take a nap in game?
No.
Killing curls up
Um.
on all the gore and just sleeps.
Okay, so I just sent you the Lich scroll. I'm ham sandwich, so. And then you can add in your inventory the zircon crystal is hollow zircon crystal one of them. Because I don't really use that for well and I don't use it.
So what do you guys do in the room?
Well, we've been investigating and trading. Hang on, and
Gotta copy paste my scroll. Where do you put this, anyways?
you put it in your documents pocket.
Lich scroll, and
Yeah.
it makes reference to this. Okay.
Yeah, you can make a link if you want. Yeah, I'm deleting the Lich scroll.
Shit. I just pasted all the text.
Like, what's the water look like now?
You walk into the second room.
I go
Um,
over. You want to see this?
You notice an undulating pool. It looks like now the reflection has changed. You don't. It's not a direct reflection of what's in your room. You notice a reflection of yourself, but the background is not the same brick as it is in the current room that you're in.
Try to move.
It looks more like a soft stone, sort of. No bricks, just like full continuous stone behind. It looks like a dome. The room you're in is rectangular.
Why
Weird.
don't we try and
How
put
do I
something in
go
it
in?
and pull it
Yeah.
back out again, but not your hand.
No.
Maybe an object.
Yeah, can we grab like
Okay.
part of the flower monster and try to dip in it?
Okay, you go back to the flower monster.
Yeah, cut off one of the
Okay, yeah, you chop off. Roll me for that.
I mean, like, I'll use.
Dismemberment.
Yeah, so +5. Yeah.
And you have Abaddon's dagger for flesh cutting.
Oh, yeah,
I got you, don't worry.
the.
I know everyone's hiding.
+2 for standing off. It's better if I use my sword, honestly.
Use whatever's better.
Yeah, so then 12.
Okay. Yeah. So you cut off like a part of the forearm, just a little bit of
Yeah.
flesh right here.
I'm gonna take it and try dipping it in the water and see what happens.
You dip it in the water, and it comes back identical the way it was before.
Side note,
It sounds like a portal.
I want to get
Yeah,
some
I know.
vials first. I didn't-
Okay.
Yeah,
These are vials of almost every color you can imagine.
Can I?
but I use
I want to
knowledge
attach the
to
arm to my
identify
rope and see
some
how
of the
far down it
vials.
goes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get back to you. Give me a sec.
Fuck. 1.
Yeah, you got no clue, man. You're just seeing a bunch of color.
I
You're seeing a bunch of
colors.
You hurt yourself.
Is
being
there
too
still
hard.
water in the pool?
water in
Yeah.
the pool.
It's like a liquid.
You go back to the pool, and you
Yeah,
Can
we're
I
investigating it.
Kill it and
fill
Marilyn
a
there.
vial of that?
Yeah, sure. You collect a vial, and it's sort of like a gray liquid,
Yeah.
gray black liquid, but in the center, you can kind of see through it.
Guess I'll keep that
But
around.
the contour is black. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take my 20-foot rope, wrap it around the flower arm that I ripped off, and then try seeing how far down the water goes, or if there's like an end to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You toss. So you just toss it in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you toss it in,
I'm efficient.
and it pops back up in the water, and it falls back in, and then it hovers back out but less high, and then falls back in again, and it hovers back out less high until it flatlines on the water.
So it like
No, it
Bounces?
just means it floats.
no, because it bounces and comes back out.
But yeah, when you throw something in that
No.
frozen water, it
It
takes a
doesn't
bit.
bounce.
Yeah, but it
back up
bounced
super high, though.
over the water.
Oh, bounce on the wall. Okay.
No. It went in the water and it came back out, and then
So it's almost like-
dolphin dive.
So if you drop a bouncy ball, it reduces its height by half every time it bounces, and it's like the water doesn't offer any friction and slow it down more as if it wasn't
It
there.
does slow down after a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Naturally,
it disappears in the water, and you just see it go in the water.
Whereas
and then it comes back
water,
out.
If you put a bouncy ball in it, it just floats. It won't go to the bottom of the pool and bounce back out. So that's the weird thing about the liquid.
Yeah, but you didn't see a bottom.
Exactly.
You just saw it
It's
pop.
bouncing off
Yeah.
something as if there were no liquid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Around your waist, okay?
You're in the other room.
Around
Everyone's in the
your
other room.
waist
You go
or something,
join them?
Yeah.
And
No,
I'll
I'm
hold
still
on
alive
to
by
it.
the
Oh my
fucking.
god.
And I can go in if you want.
No, let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna do something. We're gonna use the 20-foot rope. She's gonna tie it around. You should tie it around her waist because I don't want to pull you out completely. Okay. I'm gonna
Do you
tie it
say
around her
anything,
waist,
Skrull?
and she's gonna.
Well, I could resurrect a puppet and it would go search the depths for us, I guess.
That would be
Okay,
better.
cool.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to stick to your plan.
No, it's just all I could think of.
I should also say the skinless man has been sitting in he's sitting in a cross-legged position right now next to the body.
Oh,
I
we
wanna
totally
talk to
forgot
him.
about that.
Yeah.
Do we should
You should
talk to him.
see if you can mind read him or something.
Well, it only works if he's dead. If he's alive, we need to
Okay.
talk to him.
Cool.
So-
Well, let's do that also.
So we go poke him.
You walk up to him, and
Yeah.
as you approach, he turns to you and goes, you still poke him?
Thank him for his help.
Can I go to the flower demon and cut his skin off and put it on the skinless man? There you go, buddy.
Oh, we give
Transplant.
him a wizard skin, maybe.
So I asked if he's
Oh,
alright.
So he looks away and then looks down and says, "No,
What's wrong?
He has no skin.
I'm not alright anymore. I don't know what alright is.
What happened to you?
Look at me."
How'd that happen though? We see you.
He turns and he points to the room where the wizard died.
Let's give you the wizard's skin.
I don't want anything anymore.
Not even the skin?
I just want to die.
We can help you with that.
Would you?
But before that, please tell us what you know about this situation.
What situation?
We're just here to try to help.
The kidnappings and
We want to know about
this
what
guy
it
trying to
is.
summon liches and stuff.
Was the wizard Hamel responsible for the Beige girl's abduction?
I don't know anything about beige girls.
Be
Do you know
sure.
where this water goes? Where's it? What?
No.
This water? No.
Okay, I'm
Do
just
you want to
gonna
go in it?
mercy kill him with my sword.
I call soul.
You cut his throat?
Okay, yeah, I take out my sword, my gilded lady, and I try and do as clean
Do a
cut.
clean cut so I
Yeah.
can use
He
the
stands
knife.
up to face
Head
you.
down.
Okay, are you ready?
Make it quick.
I will.
Don't miss.
If you push his head down, it's easier to cut the throat. Everyone thinks you put the head up.
Like, not like that.
No,
Push
it actually
down.
hardens the muscles and makes it harder to cut.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
You cut a lot of throats?
so maybe I ask him to go on his knees so I can push his head down and get a good swing.
Oh,
Don't chop off his
okay, I'll get over these.
Well, maybe just get up and just
Well, how
maybe
we lie
bend
down.
Put your feet in third position and
Do the lotus.
Okay, I use my gilded lady to slice his throat.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah. I think just plus.
Don't roll 20.
Why?
It's gonna take off his head.
Oh, right. Well, no, I'm just slicing his throat. Sorry, I'm having scrolling problems here. Sword combat. Well, it's not really combat. Strength? Strength. Plus 1. 19.
19. Yeah, that's good enough. And that's a clean slice as blood drains from his throat. He falls,
Soul.
and he collapses down onto the ground in a heap.
Okay.
Thank you for your soul, skinless man.
Okay, can I raise that as a puppet?
You can try.
And you can even try and talk to him now. Maybe he's at peace and he's more willing to talk to us.
Yeah.
How many uses do you have of that spell?
Oh, I already used it for the day. I went to sleep. Or
Oh,
unless
okay.
I take mental damage.
Yeah, you're
Which I don't really feel like
Okay.
for this. So I'll just raise him.
Okay.
I guess it's,
I think you could just
scales
do
with
it. You don't have to.
intelligence. Or I just raise him and it works.
Yeah, but you have to beat his magic resistance.
Okay. So 11 plus. Skills with intelligence plus cat.
Well, you got it. The body begins to reanimate as you see the muscled man as a corpse reanimates and stands up, looking out into the distance.
Cool. Let's use them to go investigate the pool.
Okay.
Yeah, we can probably still tie him with a rope, but he doesn't need to breathe. So.
Yeah. In case Killen still wants to go in, I think,
Yeah, but she needs to breathe. Whereas like.
Yeah, exactly. So with the rope, I can pull her back.
Exactly.
If something should happen.
Yeah, but we need to find a way to bring it back up after. That's
Okay.
why
Well, we use the rope
on
then.
the muscle man,
Okay.
bring it back up until after it's done.
Killen, can we use your rope? Can we use your rope? Yeah. Okay, cool. So we tie the rope around his waist and send him in.
Perfect, and all the rest of us will hold him as he goes down in the water.
See how far he goes.
Okay, so what do you command him to do?
Dive in the water, go to the bottom.
Who ties the rope?
I'll do it.
You don't roll now. You'll roll later when it's necessary. But yeah, Meredith ties the best knot she thinks she can tie around his
I
waist.
think I can tie. Oh god.
And then what do you do? What do you command him to do?
Grab everything you can with your arms, basically.
Well, he's in the other room now. He's in room 1. You command him to go to room 2.
Oh yeah, I command him to go to the pool.
He goes to the pool, and then what do you tell him to do?
Like he's tied up now, and we're holding him.
Yeah, basically you can talk as if you're him. So what does he try to do?
Okay, well I go in the water.
Okay, so how? Foot first?
Yeah.
Hand first?
Yeah, he just kind of walks in.
Okay, so he raises his leg, steps in over the water, and then lowers his body weight as his body flails into the water.
Okay.
He falls with a splash. Water raises itself up in the air, and he bobs into the water head first, and then reapparates on the other back on your side again, as if he bounced back for some reason. And then he ends up floating. Do you make him swim, or what do you make him do?
Yeah, I try to make him swim
Synchronized swimming.
down.
So every time he tries to straighten himself up, he keeps getting horizontalized.
Do we have anything heavy we can
He keeps
do?
getting horizontalized on the water.
Bricks. Can we grab some
He's like
bricks
doing
from
the star
wall?
right now.
Yeah, maybe.
So we need to make him sink.
Can we
is
try
what
to
you're saying.
dislodge some bricks from the wall and
Tie it to him?
yeah, make him swim with the fishes?
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Fill his belly with stones?
I have an idea here, and I'm just gonna do it. Alright? I'm just gonna put my head in the water. Nothing else, just all fours, my head through.
Do you grab onto the ledge? before you
Yeah,
go?
I'm grabbing on
I
all
grab
fours.
onto his feet.
Yeah, you just see me do this,
Also.
like if I'm an idiot, then it's like
I look
Alright.
at them like, what the fuck?
You put your head in the water.
It
You take a
does.
deep breath before.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. And your head pops up on the other side as you feel like a resistance trying to push you back into the water from the other side. On the other side, you look up and you see that the ceiling's actually a smooth stone dome, and the light in this room is kind of a bit brighter than the room we were in before.
Let's fucking go in.
It's a portal to a mirror
Yeah.
world.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you guys-
Sorry, I didn't hear what you
It's a
said.
different room, like I'm looking at another room.
Yeah.
I can't confirm or deny
Well,
that.
I'm looking at a dome.
You can't see past the ledge, so you're just seeing the ceiling. I'm describing to you what you
Can I
see.
try to grab the leg?
Climb out of the
Yeah, you can
pool.
try. Roll me a strength check of 7.
Climb out of the pool in the mirror
Let's
world.
attach the rope to his feet.
I got
while
a
we're-
3.
No, you're not able to. You're like, ah! But you get returned to the water.
Okay, attach the rope to me. I'm going for a dive.
Okay,
can I
cool.
Can I dislodge some bricks from the wall?
You can try, but that's going to take like a demolition roll of 16.
No, just
Hard.
grab, when you get into the mirror world, grab onto the ledge and pull yourself out of the water as soon as you can. Don't let it pull you back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can I use my
Okay.
knives?
Why
So
not?
I'm like,
You can do whatever you want.
My thing,
I don't want to ruin my knives.
No, you'll be fine. You don't need the knives. We'll tie
so
it around
basically
your
the
waist in
problem was
case
the
anything.
corpse could not swim, right? Because it kept bouncing back.
Oh,
There seems to be a
the corpse kept bouncing back. Yeah, but you didn't command the corpse to look around. You can't see what the corpse sees.
No, that's for
You
sure.
didn't
but
know there
like-
was a ledge there. Now you know there's a ledge there. Yeah.
So if
Alright,
I command him to
You
take
want us to
the...
go with you?
Yeah.
Rope around my waist, my last got to there. Gonna poke my head and try to pull myself through the
Yeah.
Oh, first of all, did you come back out now?
Yeah, I was out. I'm like, okay, well, this is fucking. I'm pretty sure it's a two-way water thing. So like, basically,
Yeah.
if you like jump in from the other side, you're doing the same thing. It's like going through a portal nonstop.
Yeah. Let's see what's on the other side.
So how do you jump in?
I mean, I'm not really jumping in. I'm kind of like putting my head through and grabbing onto the ledge and like pulling myself through.
Take a deep breath.
Hell yeah.
You take a deep breath and you pull yourself into the water, and you come out of the other side. You see the ledge in front of you, and then you see another ledge. You try to pull yourself over.
Yeah.
Strength check of 7.
Okay, I think I
Sounds,
have +1 for strength. I think I said +1. Yeah. 5 +1. 6. No.
And that doesn't do it. And you just almost grab the ledge, but
Okay, someone else.
the water
Okay,
pulls you
I'm gonna
back
try.
in.
I'm gonna try.
Okay,
I'll
here's the
try.
rope.
Thank you. Okay,
I got
okay,
the
save
other
my
rope.
rope. Okay. I take a deep breath, I hold my breath, and I jump in and
How do you jump in?
I jump in head first with my hands outstretched so I can grab the ledge.
Swan
And,
dive.
Advantage.
yes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Strength check
so,
of 7. Yeah.
+1, 10, and 9.
Yeah, and that's a success as you jump in, diving in head first into the water, and you pop up on the other side. And you successfully grab yourself onto the ledge on the other side. You see a bit more of the room. It's a square room with a rectangular archway leading down a long hall.
I said it was round.
Yeah, I thought it
But
was
the
a
ceiling
round
is round.
dome.
It's
Okay.
a dome. Yeah.
Okay,
The room
cool.
is
Is there a
square.
way?
You should
On the
attach the
earring,
rope.
what do you see?
Oh yeah, you guys, I made it. I got out of the
Okay,
water.
so
I'm
I've
on
got
the
the
ledge.
rope. We can climb the rope to find her.
Jump in head
She needs
first.
to attach it.
Oh yeah, true.
Or if you grab the rope, you can pull her back
Yeah,
in.
Okay, attach the rope to something. Then we
Okay,
can climb through.
is there a pillar around in this room? Is there a pillar? Is
This is
there
no
a
time
rock?
for sleeping. Just kidding. I need a pillar.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Yay.
You
is
notice
there-
2 small, I think it's stalagmites. Stalagmites, I
Oh,
think.
I never remember which one's stalactites. But anyways, yes, I tied the rope.
They're not
around.
actual stalagmites. They look like stalagmites, but they're actually.
Tights in there. Does he tighten them into the ceiling?
Maybe.
Stalagmites on the ground. Is he the other way?
It's a tongue.
Okay.
Okay.
They look more like sculpted cylindrical structures that are coming out of the ground, and they have a small opening in them with a flat surface.
Okay, I kind of kick it the way you kick a tire to see if it's sturdy.
Okay, yeah, it seems pretty sturdy
I
to
tie
you.
the rope around it.
Okay.
And on the earring, I tell them that I tied the rope around something secure and to use the rope to pull themselves to this other world.
Okay, I command my undead to grab onto the rope and like climb through the.
Strength check of 3 for your undead,
Okay.
and wisdom check of 3 for your, or survival check of 3 for your not tying.
Set.
What can I use for that? What did you say?
Survival, wisdom,
Wisdom?
not tying.
Just
17.
wisdom, I guess.
Yeah, he makes it. If
Ooh, 20.
yeah, all good. Natural 20?
No, 19 plus 1.
Okay, yeah, and he makes it to the other side, climbing to the other side. As
So I guess it's safe.
Skinless Man makes it to your side as well.
Great.
I like how you didn't think it was safe when she was there, but now that you're zombie. Yeah,
Well,
it's safe. It's safe.
You know, the rope, you gotta make sure
Okay,
it's
okay.
it's well attached.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, I'm gonna climb through as well.
Strength check of 3.
I don't know what we're doing this
For
stuff.
real, the mission is like
Going.
So
should
there's
report
an
back to the
alternate
king.
mirror world that we can explore. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't we?
Yeah.
You can ask
Look
them.
back.
We'll find better loot, don't worry. Yes, what?
17 went through.
Cool.
So do you go?
Yeah, we are.
Strength check of 3. Well, you could try. You could try to go back the other way.
Shit, I followed him as well. Need to be 17 again. Oh no, 11.
Yeah, 17.
No, 17. Shit.
And you all climb successfully out of the first room and into the second room. As you feel kind of dry, even though you've been in water, and everything just feels kind of colder in here. Very quiet and heavy. Everything just feels heavy and distorted. Yeah.
So exciting.
Yeah. And on that, our adventure ends for
I
That's next time.
Next time.
Yeah, you guys can level up after that big fight.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Good game, everybody.
Yeah.